everyone. Welcome to Sports Beat 40 here on ACC 40. I'm Richie Babb along with Frank Lapoli here with our continuing coverage of wrestling being brought to you by Brentwood Catering and the Sunset Manor Restaurant, Zero's Great Bridge, and Martin Screen Printing. And Frank, here in Richmond, it's been kind of exciting.
Oh, it has been that. I tell you what, Great Bridge came in here ranked number 7th in the country, and no one, absolutely no one, respected that. They've had to fight, scrounge, bounce, kick, do whatever they can to stay alive in this thing. They did play 6 guys. Their work's been cut out for them, and we'll talk a little bit more about that as time goes on.
And another team here from the beach has done not too bad is Green Run, but what we might want to mention about Green Run is their coach, Jack Harcourt.
Right, Jack Harcourt, in his last season, there has been some resignations at the beach. They're going out in the gangbusters, and next week they have the state duels up with Great Bridge.
Did you have a chance to talk to Jack earlier?
Yes, I did, and here's my interview. Any thoughts on the past year and your success in wrestling?
It's been an experience. It's been a growing experience, but it's been probably the biggest thing is it's been an emotional, physical strain because of everything it takes. It seems like the more successful you are, the more strain that's involved on a person and a family. But it's a positive strain. It's been. I've had some of the most wonderful experiences with young athletes that I could ever have had in my entire life. I've always met some outstanding kids and outstanding parents. And this year is no different. This is a special group because this group has 9 seniors that have been with me for 3 years, and we've grown pretty close together. We know we have 7 days left, and our philosophy is to stay real loose this week and get ready for the state championships next week. Not trying to put any more pressure than is necessary because basically we're in shape. We can't get any more better condition than we are. As far as the state tournament, would like to have had a better results, but I can't be disappointed. We've set a number of school records as far as state place winners, state team points, state dual meet records, point score. We've set a number of records this year for the school. So it's been an outstanding season. Like to finish stronger, but top 5, top 4 in the state, I don't think it's anything to shake your head at.
No, it is. Congratulations, Jack Harcourt. Green Run, class act.
One thing, Frank, that gets these wrestlers here and makes them successful through a long season and then really a long tournament season as well at the end is conditioning.
Oh, conditioning. Being not in shape makes cowards of us all. The big part with a lot of the team stress is I'm the best conditioned team. There's a lot of ways to be in condition for wrestling.
Frank had an opportunity to talk to Olympian Buddy Lee and former state champion here in Virginia, and they talked about how important conditioning is.
How did you get into jump roping?
Well, years ago when I was in high school, I was introduced to the jump rope by a very good friend of mine, and I pretty much integrated it into my wrestling, and I stayed with it from high school to college, and for the last 10 years, and it's been pretty much the key to my success in developing to Olympic athlete.
I see a lot of wrestlers using a jump rope, to kind of loosen up and get their weight, use it to control their weight. So a jump rope is an aerobic workout by itself.
Very much so. One of the things that I'm doing in my spare time is promoting rope skipping as a valuable cross-training technique to all the different Olympic sports, where I'm designing programs and also promoting it to just people who just want to get in shape. The jump rope itself is for children, people of all age groups. It's pretty much for everyone. So I'm trying to promote this new trend of jumping to fitness for the 90s.
If someone wanted to find out more about jump roping, is there a phone number they could call?
They sure can. You can call my company, Jump Aerobics Inc., at area code 703-680-9648.
Buddy Lee, we're going to be talking to him as the tournament goes on. State champion, world champion, Olympian, first-class guy. Buddy Lee.
Thank you, Frank.
Well, Frank, conditioning certainly showing here in the finals, and certainly between teams like Great Bridge and Centerville. Right now, going into the finals, Great Bridge ahead, but not by much, 105-87.
Oh, yeah, just 16 points separates the first-place team from the second. Great Bridge hasn't had that type of run in many years. Centerville has a numerical chance of winning this thing. They've got to win all their matches tonight. Great Bridge is going to have to lose them. A tall order, particularly when the Terminator at 145 does hit Centerville wrestler. Some of the other teams that have done real well, Indian River is going to get the big star for rookie coach Davey Davis, has 2 finalists at 130 and at 179. So the Southeastern District comes in with the most finalists. They come in with 8 finalists, 14 finalists from the Eastern region. The Peninsula has 2 finalists, and the Beach District has 4, which is a real surprise to me, and the Eastern District has 0.
So we'll see what's going to happen here between Great Bridge and Centerville, but a lot of exciting wrestling took place in the semifinals. Let's go to the studio and Mickey Irving.
The Great Bridge Wildcats had 6 wrestlers still in the tournament on Saturday, with 4 of them in the semifinals. And this was only good enough for 3rd place, as Kempsville grabbed the top spot with 47.5 points. Runner-up Centerville had 45, with Great Bridge 5 points behind front-runner Kempsville with 42 points. Great Bridge won all 4 of their semifinal matches, starting with Sean Darnell's 12-7 defeat of Park of W.T. Woodson in a 103-pound matchup. But one of the tournament's biggest upsets, Western Branch's Chris the Pitbull Viola defeated top-ranked and defending state champ Brian Miller of Kempsville 5-4. This was an extremely close match, with the Pitbull holding on for dear life at the end to take the victory. The 112-pound match really seemed to fire up the Great Bridge wrestlers for the rest of the tournament as they seek their 3rd consecutive state title. At 145, Great Bridge's Mark the Terminator Strickland, being as dominant as usual, pins Stabile of Mount Vernon at 539. This was followed by the catch Jamie Kelly pinning Petrie of Hopewell at 528 in a matchup of 160-pounders. And in a battle of the big boys in the heavyweight division, the Dumpster, Jason Edmondson, pinned Davis of Woodbridge in a highly emotional and hard-fought battle. It ended up with tempers flaring and Davis having to be restrained by his coaches and referees. Kempsville, which started the day with 4 semifinalists, only advanced 1 to the finals when Brad Ginn at 152 defeated Pickering of Robinson in a close 6-4 match. The Braves of Indian River had 2 wrestlers make it to the finals, Norman Smith at 130 and the comeback kid Paul Renato at 171, who defeated David Lumpton of Kempsville for the 2nd time in 2 weeks. To no one's surprise, the Bruins' Brett Thompson breezed into the 140-pound final with a 14-1 decision over Phelan of Annandale. Overall, the Southeastern District placed 8 wrestlers in the finals. The Wildcats won 9 of 10 matches going into Saturday's final round, with Carl Perry finishing 3rd at 119 and Shannon Baines 5th at 135, all of which enabled Great Bridge to take the lead with 109 points. Centerville remained in 2nd place with 95. Kempsville fell to 3rd with 87.5. Western Branch is sitting in 6th place with 49 points, and Indian River is in 11th with 38. And now let's go back to Richie and Frank for the 1993 Virginia High School League AAA Wrestling Championships.
And here we are, just about to get underway at the 103-pound weight division. Chip Reyes from Salem in the black, red, and white. And here's a Brentwood profile, a wrestler profile. Chip Reyes, 1993 Eastern Region champion. Penned Alexander from Stanford in the quarterfinal, 10-4. And then he won, obviously, in the semi. Sean Darnell, also from Great Bridge, 1993 Eastern Region runner-up. And here they are again, both from the Eastern Region, Frank.
Right, Eastern Region finals, though. The Eastern Region has 14 finalists here in the tournament. And we've got Wayne Martin here next to us, and we'll go ahead and slide him right in on the action. There's Reyes and Darnell. Not really surprised at this matchup, are you?
No, we've seen this before. Last weekend we experienced a great match in the regional final, so we're right here, right about where we thought we were going to be.
Right, I tell you that. These guys have both have I would say they marched their way to the finals, but Reyes seemed to be riding a bigger wave.
Yeah, he did. He had a nice quick fall in the semis there, Frank.
Nice way to get into the finals.
No doubt about that.
Between rounds, we're going to go to our Coach's Corner, and we've got that for you. It was real popular. And I'd like to take this time to say everybody that's around the area, I want to thank them for your support throughout the year. We've had a lot of great comments from you. And this is a great front headlock. Both guys, there are going to be some great matches here in the finals.
Be interesting to see if Darnell finishes up in this situation before the match. He worked out extensively with Jody Staler in the background in the warm-up mats in that particular situation. But you see Reyes has popped his head to the outside, Frank. He's in a good scoring position here if he can finish it up.
Yep. Now, Darnell's just got to block up that leg and just stop Reyes from sucking it in.
33 seconds to go in the first period, guys, and nobody able to score yet. Stalemate's called on the mat. We'll start over, sort of.
Ooh, nice little ankle pick there. Ooh, I always hate that when those guys go under there. You know, you're like, does he have it?
Yeah.
You know how quick you can get thrown right on your back.
Ooh, he's got the
he's got a little dump.
Tight. Not much time, though, only about 10 seconds. If he can convert the situation, it'd be good. A good score for him.
No. It's like you on that ankle. I remember when you were in high school. Listen, I'm dating myself.
That's right.
Wayne was tough when she got that. He blocked that knee and grabbed that ankle.
Yeah, and the whole key to that, Frank, is trying to get your arm below the man's knee and cutting the corner and blocking the leg out.
Sean Darnell's out there, 103 for Great Bridge. And Frank had an opportunity to talk to Sean at the end of his semifinal match.
I'm looking at Chip Ray's, you know. He beat me last weekend in the regional finals. I think I'll be more prepared for this match. You know, I was kind of hesitant. I held back last weekend, but I'm ready to go right now.
Do anything different this tonight?
Yeah, I'll be more aggressive, you know. I'll be more physical because last weekend, you know, like I told you, I was held back, you know. I wasn't sure how to wrestle, kind of hesitant, but tonight I'll be ready to go, you know.
You can tell Sean is focused. He's ready to go. He knows exactly what he wants to do. And we have a few of these regional matchups tonight. The Eastern Regional has 14 finalists tonight, and the Southeastern District has 8 of the 14. Great showing by the Southeastern District.
Yeah.
Reversal there. We're getting the tail end of the move here, as you can see. Ooh. Nice switch over. There's Reyes. He's so smooth.
Ooh, that was
a sophomore.
Just a sophomore and a nice flip Grammy there for a beautiful reversal.
Grammy to Grammy guy.
Yeah.
Those two takedown points right there will make it 2-2.
Great shot. Love it.
Oh, here's a good little scramble right here. Darnell should be in scoring position here, Frank. He can hook that ankle.
Yes, he just did. It's going to be a good one. We got some great matches coming up in the finals tonight.
Oh,
right on up the line.
Some outstanding matchups, especially a little bit later on.
Well, in case you don't remember, Great Bridge is winning the tournament by 16 points. And if you win here, the tournament's over with.
Yeah, mathematically, if we can win just one match tonight, we will clinch the championship.
I know you guys would like to take care of it real quick and enjoy the tournament. So we'll see what happens here. If not, you have the dumpster as one last shot.
Yeah, Edmondson and the thing with Edmondson and Strickland and Kelly, our last 3 state finalists, they've been in this situation before.
Right, and you know you've got a lot of things going in your directions because one of your matchups is against Centerville at 45.
Yeah.
And what better guy to have there than the Terminator?
That's right.
Oh, he let his hip skip behind
And a skate point for Reyes there makes it 4-3 in favor of Darnell.
Yeah, Darnell's got to be real particular, real cautious in this situation. So does Reyes.
They are both sneaky quick. And I believe Darnell is a junior and Reyes is just a 10th grader. He will be back.
Yeah, just a sophomore.
Oh.
Ooh, not quite.
Nice move. Got him.
Quite.
Pinch.
Oh, he sits under and through the leg, and this should almost be a scoring position for Reyes.
I don't see that. It's not a takedown.
Well, see, Darnell's got that arm sucking deep there underneath his knee, and he's still scrambling. What he needs to do is duck his head up underneath the leg right there like he's trying to do. But I don't know if he's going to have enough time to finish it. He needs to turn to his head right here. He could have a takedown. Ooh.
Oh, man.
Ran out of time.
Reyes saved by the buzzer there.
I tell you what.
Great Bridge scoring update, 4-3 right there in favor of Sean Darnell.
I want to thank Jimmy Murphy out at Zeros. I know you know Jimmy.
Oh, yeah. Jim's a real good supporter of all the Tidewater athletics.
And Martin Screen Print for the great job they do. We've got a Martin Screen Print Coach's Corner coming up through the finals here. And then right before we get into the third, well, it is in the third period, we'll try to slide to him as frequently as we can.
Yeah, third period right here. Darnell is in the top position. And he's really got to work for something here. Reyes, it's a nice standing reverse Grammy, but Darnell rides those hips real nicely.
Right, you can see that arm going in there deep, gang, and home. That's what's keeping those hips down. See that? That inside prying those legs. That way he's not able to elevate his hips. Now he's got his ankle in the back and a little bit what they call a claw.
Yeah, Darnell right here, he needs to work out to the side and get more of a right angles position. And the referee's not going to let him ride parallel. There he goes. He's working out more to the side now. He's got that inside bar. He needs to get those hips down, Frank.
He sure does. With us, Wayne Martin, the athletic director at Great Bridge, former high school coach of the year 2 years ago, I believe.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
And it's been a neat year. It's been kind of fun.
Yeah, it has.
49 seconds to go in the third. Typically close score here in the
well, this match is not over.
No, it don't.
It could be 7 seconds left and it's not over because it's only a point separating them. So anything can happen. And Darnell, they're going to have to hit. Darnell's going to have to do something a little more aggressive to demonstrate his 26 seconds.
Ooh, that was a key thing right there. Sean Darnell was able to get out of bounds right there in the top position. Now he's got 23 seconds. Let's see if Reyes can explode off that bottom.
This is heart pounding, knowing that you really are riding them. I mean, it's tough to turn either one of these guys here.
It really is. It's really tough to turn.
Don't be surprised if you see it overtime.
Now, Darnell, what he's got to do is stop Reyes' first motion. If Reyes gets his back into him and gets up on his feet, something's going to happen here.
Yeah, well, he ran him up. They were going to Darnell ran him off the map, but Reyes really didn't try to stop, just keep himself on. He had to demonstrate that.
Darnell stopped that first motion. It's not there yet.
Seconds, 10. He's right where he wants to be.
He's got 8 seconds. He's down there. He's holding. He looked at that clock. He shouldn't do that.
2, 1. That's it. That's
there
it.
You
the
go.
State champion at 103.
Great Bridge wins the state championship. Look at this. Keying on these guys here.
Ooh. How happy
would I get him?
Crowd not real happy about that. Sean Darnell, a junior state champion at the 103-pound weight division.
There he's getting his ceremonial victory right off the mat.
Sure is, and there's his brother congratulating him. Tough match.
Great match. Great way to start off the finals here.
Let's go over to Frank Lipoli, who is with Sean Darnell.
Here we are with state champ Darnell. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Big tough match. You got it back from last week. What was going through your minds there in the last 20 seconds?
I was just trying my hardest to catch.
What again?
I just tried my hardest, man. Thanks to these guys right here, my coaches.
Well, this is what happens. He wins the state championship, and Great Bridge wins the state championship on that win. So double trouble. Get it out the way early, Coach.
I lost my voice, Frank.
He looks good. Congratulations. He's a champ.
All right, thank you, Frank. We're into the 112-pound weight class right now. Chris Viola's out there in the navy blue and gold from Western Branch, and from Green Run, Marcus Sanchez at 112. There's 2 points right there, followed by a quick escape for Viola.
Oh, boy, we're getting right into it, aren't we? Boy, oh, boy, was that exciting or what? And here we are with the pit bull, Viola, and he's looked like a pit bull in this tournament, beating state runner-up in the first round and then come back with the state champ in the semifinals. Viola the pit bull.
Yeah, Chris Viola's had an outstanding tournament. This should be a great matchup this evening, Frank.
Oh,
there's Sanchez.
Sanchez hit that little knee block. That knee block.
That's a patented
man. He's got that down, doesn't he?
He has got that tight.
Oh, it's going to be all... he does have it tight. Real tight. He's done that consistently. Just kind of reaches through, blocks that knee, and finishes it off with a pancake.
And the thing about Chris, he really doesn't have a real long body, so those knees are in there nice and tight, and it was easy for Marcus to reach right through and tap that knee. But he fights off his back right there, Frank. I think this match...
Well, that's a big lead.
It's a big lead, but there's a lot of time still left.
Viola's been able to put some things together, but again, this is reminiscent of their semifinal match where Sanchez just completely won it on his feet. And we're going to cut to Jack Harcourt and for our Martin Screen Print Coach's Corner right after this period's over, and see Boy, makes it 7-1. That is a big lead in the finals of a state championship. Viola's going to have to literally put some big points up, maybe a fall. 7 seconds left in the first period. 7-1. The pit bull behind. Sanchez able to cut Viola off again and make things wrestle his way.
There's a caution against Sanchez.
Oh, that's bottom. Second caution.
This just goes to show you, Frank, how tough the 112-pound weight class was in our region. We had all 4 of the region place winners. They were all hitting each other in the semifinals.
They did. They did that. Okay, the end of the first period, and we're going to go right now to Coach Jack Harcourt and our Martin Screeprint Coach's Corner.
Beat him last week at the regionals, and basically we beat him on our feet, and that's the same philosophy we're going to stay with. Our strength is our feet and takedowns, and we don't have any intentions of riding him at all. Never have, never will, and we'll continue that this week, and that's how he's gotten to the finals. He has over 100 and some takedowns this year already. So we feel he's going to be a state champion with those takedowns.
You can see that Coach said he had to win it on his feet, feet, and let's see if he cuts him loose. We did talk to Terry Perdue, and before the period starts, let's go ahead and ask Terry in our Coach's Corner, Martin Screeprint, what he's got to do.
I think what Chris is going to have to do, he's had a hard bracket. His first match was against Keno Shepherd, who was second in the state to Miller last year, and his semifinal match was against the defending state champion Miller, which he won by 1 point. In the finals, to be successful against Sanchez, we've got to make the kid wrestle a little bit. He slows the pace down. He likes that rushing. We've got a few tactics we're going to be working on, see if we can get him out of that. If we can get the lead and make him wrestle, I think that is where we're at. Chris is a different guy this week. There was a report that he was not a wrestler in the end of the season in February. He said he was a January and December wrestler. We're going to try to prove that wrong. We've got him in the finals. Hopefully we can get this one more match under our belt.
All right, here we are, back to wrestling with Wayne Martin and former coach at Great Bridge High School in the finals of the 112-pound weight class.
And right now, a big lead for Sanchez of Green Run. He's up 7-1 as this second period starts. But he certainly has his hands full with Chris Viola of Western Branch. Only able to get 1 point so far, and that was on an escape.
Viola really needs to get some action going here, Frank.
He really does. And like I said, Sanchez is just putting the freezer to him. He's just cutting him off, and period. And he's just sticking to him like a fly swatter, you know? I mean, like a fly paper. He's just on him all over him. He's just not letting him get his offense going. And this didn't help the situation, and I think he got a little ding in his neck.
Yeah, it looked like he came right down on his head pretty hard right there in the out of bounds.
Chris Viola certainly no stranger to tough matches, though. He had to beat Brian Miller of Kempsville to get here, and he beat him in the semis 5-4. And here's a Sunset Manor wrestler profile on Chris Viola. 1993 state tournament record 8-7 over Shepherd. In the quarterfinals, he beat Park of whatever school that is, and in the semis 5-4 over Miller, as we were just mentioning.
And that's a big win. He wrestled Shepherd, who was second in the state last year, and then he wrestled Miller, who was the state champion, beat them both. There's Sanchez.
Record 34-5 from Green Run. He was a 1993 Eastern Region runner-up. 9-2 over Pereira, and then in the quarters 13-2 over Benke, and in the semis 5-4 over Blancafor from Salem. So a lot of those Eastern Region names coming up here 112.
14 Eastern Regional place winners are here in the finals tonight. 8 from the Southeastern District, and I'll try to get you that. 8 from the Southeastern District, 4 from the Beach District, and 2 from the Peninsula, and 0 from the Eastern District. Oh, got him again.
Just saw the Zeros Great Bridge scoring update right there, still 7-1.
I tell you what.
And it's not going to be that way long, though.
I tell you what, the pit bull just ran into a dog a little bigger than him.
He sure did.
What's it, a Great Dane?
Seems that way anyway.
Oh, God,
Sanchez really has that head and arm tight.
Mm-hmm. He does that.
He is applying the pressure.
He is doing that very much. Sanchez has just taken it right to Viola, and Viola was having a great tournament.
Sanchez really proving himself out there. There's 3 more back points. That'll make it 10-1. And that is almost unheard of in a state final.
It's particularly against Chris Viola.
Right.
Yes. I mean, I can't help to say how much I'm impressed by Sanchez. It's just everything is going. We could take him and throw him up in the air right now and walk away, and he'd land on his feet. Everything's going for him. There's that Russian that Jack Harcourt that they're working on. Let's see if Viola can do anything with it. Coach Harcourt did say he's going to win it on his feet, but I tell you what, he's been pretty impressive on the mat.
Nice inside step there by Viola. He jumped across.
There's that locking in the crotch. And I tell you what, there's been a lot of controversy in this particular move.
What Viola needs to do here is pull his arm out, right arm, like he did. He needs to reach all the way back, Frank, and cross-face Sanchez, but he runs out of time. He doesn't have enough time to execute it.
About to go into the 3rd period here, 10-1 the score. And our Zeros Great Bridge scoring update. And that means Viola's got a high mountain to climb.
Phew, high mountain. He's going to need a helicopter to get up this mountain. I mean, the way Sanchez is wrestling. Maybe this timeout will help him and he can start like a whole new match or something, because he's definitely going to need it. And coming up at the next match at 119, boy, we're going to see John Baskerville, a guy we were so impressed with, scored 17 points in the regional finals from Ferguson. I like to call this guy Mr. Excitement.
Yeah, Baskerville has been wrestling tremendously the last 3 weeks. He has caught on fire through his district and regional tournament, and he looks
great good in the state.
He's looked great up to this point. He's got a tough competitor in the Ferry kid from Centerville, who's also been very impressive.
Oh, there's a little lift. See what he can do. Kind of just, again, everything Sanchez is doing is working. Everything. I mean, he's just frustrating Viola completely.
Yeah, normally this type of situation, that the referees will probably eventually call this a stalemate if neither wrestler can improve his position right there.
You see there, a minute and a half left in this 3rd period.
Now Sanchez has to watch out. This situation, Viola's a pretty good cradle man. There's that stalemate we were talking about.
I don't think it matters. I'm just saying, Sanchez is on. I mean, he's. You know, they used to do in Russia with the Olympians, is when they hit a really high peak, they would get a little prick of their blood and they'd analyze it and and see what point they're at. Well, these guys here, man, are just, this guy's body rhythms must be double peaking right now.
Do you have any idea what they found? Did they find anything interesting when they got that blood?
I don't know. Somebody told me that. I thought it was interesting. Like, they go, why did this guy do it? Well, sometimes they found that the guys are girls, and that messed everything up.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. That'll do it every time. That'll do it every time.
But I don't think we're going to have this problem here tonight.
No, I don't think so either.
I tell you what, like I said, the pit bull has run into a big dog tonight. And the baddest dog does get the bone.
Ooh, it looks like he's going to slip out.
Stay in that underhook. Watch him shoot right from there.
There's an escape point. That's just what Sanchez needed, another point.
Really, 11-2 the score here in the state finals. Viola's just getting desperate here. He's just going to try to throw some things. But Sanchez has that great underbody, underhook strength. Miller ends up 3rd here in the weight class. And his match Miller from Kempsville's match for 3rd and 4th was against the guy he wrestled for 1st and 2nd last year.
That's right.
My, how times have changed.
That's right.
That's the end. That's it. So Sanchez comes out 11-2, the state finalist, the state champion at 112.
And there he is, hand raised.
And Viola not very happy, but of course, you work all that time. He's been through a long season, a long tournament season also. Not only is the regular season long, Wayne, but the tournament season's long too, now that you've got the dual tournaments and you've got the individual tournaments.
That's right. That's right. And there's Coach Jack Harcourt giving him a big hug.
Now we present the winners of the 103 class.
And Frank's out there now trying to have a talk with Sanchez, and we're going to have that interview very shortly.
Here he comes.
Matter of fact, let's go ahead to Frank Lapoli now. Frank?
Here we are with the state champ, Sanchez. How's it feel, buddy?
Feels great.
Everything seemed to work tonight. Everything.
It did. I just worked my moves, caught my runs back a couple times. Everything just worked for me tonight. It was my match. I worked hard very much for this.
You had that first little pry with the knee, and you got
a knee dump, yes. That's when the guy shoots in, you get front headlock. He's ready to stand up. That's when you knee dump, you get to his back. But you got 2 + 3 back points. Great 5-point move, which I did. And I did it on a good guy, too. It worked.
Did you get that? Well, that's how he did it. He just kicked butt tonight. He's the state champ. Congratulations, buddy.
Good job.
All right, thank you, Frank. So Sanchez obviously, I thought he was coming back, I guess not. Obviously very happy. As we said, it's a long season and it's a long battle to get here. And really, it all comes down to one match.
And here we go, 119-pound finals. The Ferry kid here is just a sophomore. We may see him around for a couple more years.
Oh, really? I like Mr. Excitement here, Baskerville. But I tell you what, Ferry looked tough in the semis.
Baskerville, I think the key to this match is Baskerville staying on his feet and hitting those quick knee pull singles and sweeps like he did last week in the Pratt in the regional final.
I tell you what he's able to do. Watch, he just shot to his right, but he's able to shoot to both sides. And a lot of guys don't do that. They just pick a side and they kind of stay with it. They might have a series to one side and a series to the other side, a sweep to the right and a duck under to the left. But he mixes both things. Look at this. There's that move we just saw, that block.
But he held on a little too long, and Ferries got him. He stepped over, and there it is. He's got back points.
Oh, back points. He might pin him. It was just too quick. He's just too quick for himself. You ever heard that song?
Yeah, well, Baskerville made a basic mistake in wrestling. Whenever you knock a man down, he stepped across his back while his arm was still caught underneath him.
Just got caught. Now, we're going to find out what just Mr. Excitement can do because he's down 5-0 in the state finals. I tell you what, I look over at this score, and I'm coaching. I think the match is over right now. And he's going to tilt him again.
There's more back points. Well,
this kid's a sophomore?
Just a sophomore. Jeremy Ferries, his name. He was 4th in the state here last year at 103 pounds. And Frank, he started the year off as a 12-pounder, believe it or not.
10th grader. 36-0.
And it's 7-0 after 2 more near fall points.
Hey, listen to this.
For Ferry.
He's 36-0, and his career record 66-3, and he's a 10th grader.
And 2 of those losses came in this tournament last year as a sophomore.
Zero's Great Bridge scoring update right there.
Excuse me.
He was 4th in the state last year as a 9th grader.
7-0 in favor of Ferry. Here with 14 seconds to go.
So don't let his baby face fool you.
No.
Mr. Excitement here has met his match. I told you we'd have a great finals, and it's happening. Well, he's just being outhorsed.
Well, I was talking to Coach Dan Foglio, the Centerville coach, before the 3rd and 4th place matches started. And he thought that Ferry and Zimbro, their 189-pounder, were their 2 best shots for state champions. And Frank, Centerville has never had an individual state champion in the sport of wrestling.
Wow. This kid's not from Centerville. Yes, he is.
Yeah. Yes, he is. He's a wildcat.
Little too little. Oh, boy, you're going to see him next week. We might see him and Perry go next week.
Well, he beat Perry 5-2 in the quarterfinals of this tournament.
Oh.
It was his closest match that he's had up to this point.
He's going to get thrown. He's just got Baskerville. He's like, you ever had a fly flying around your head? Well, old Ferry's got the biggest fly swatter you've ever seen in your life. And he's just swatting him. What? He doesn't matter, you care what you call me, Mr. Excitement. He's got the fly's going to slap him down and slow him down.
Yeah, that was a beautiful fireman's carry, and he changed off to a high crotch. And now he's got the ball and chain again and steps across.
This could be a technical fall.
Yeah, 9-0 already with 1:18 to go in the second period.
I think he's got some points in the bag right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 3.
That's it right there. And he awards those 3.
It's 12-0.
Well, this could be a near fall before we even get into the 3rd period.
Yeah. Could tech fall him right here. All he needs is 3 more and the match is over. Boy, and when we were impressed with Baskerville.
Yeah.
Just goes to show you guys, youth.
Hey, I noticed I was watching last week's match. I was unable to be here, Frank. I noticed that you went out on a limb and made some predictions for some of the matches. How come you didn't make any predictions this time?
Well, I was not as familiar with the rhythm of the tournament. And I did not want to jeopardize my 10-3 prediction from last year. Plus, you came in late tonight to the telecast and didn't corner me.
Okay, yeah, you got a point there.
But we do have Wayne Martin here, and I think we can put him on the spot tonight.
I doubt it.
And let him pick a few. Well, I tell you what, I whooped him on a couple last week.
Yeah, you did, Frank. You
well, I tell you what. Let me pick this one. I'm going to take Ferry in this one.
Yeah, so would anybody.
Yeah, well.
And spot me 12 points, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, look at this. Ferry has just got everything working for him. So
he's got the half. There it is, Frank.
Uh-oh.
Match is over.
Got 15 seconds.
He doesn't have to pin him.
No, he sure doesn't. He'd like to.
There it is, your technical fall.
It is, right there.
Technical fall in the finals. I'm going to talk to this young man.
All right, why don't you do that, Frank? 10 seconds to go in the second period. And a tech fall for Ferry, Jeremy Ferry of Centerville. He's your 119-pound state champion. Goes over and shakes hands with the Ferguson coaches, and Baskerville goes over and does the same with the coaches from Centerville. Going to move on to 125 here very shortly. We'll see Chris Marshall from T.C. Williams and Cody Claymere from Fauquier County.
In fifth, Don Blankenmore of Salem.
And now let's go over to Frank Lapoli, who's with our 119-pound state champion. Frank?
Jeremy Ferry, state champ, but you won a big way, technical fall in the finals.
Yeah, I really didn't expect that. I expected it to be a close match. And I guess I just came out stronger than him.
Well, I tell you what, now you've got some big shoes to fill. Coach, you got to be proud of him.
Oh, yes, super. His first state champ in Centerville history, okay, and my first state champ. I've had several runner-ups, but this is the first state champ. And to go out and dominate, like they always wrestled big in the big matches.
Let me tell you something. We like that kid. You beat a great kid in the finals. Congratulations, state champ. We'll see you next week in the state duels. I know you'll be there. Congratulations.
All right, thank you, Frank. We're up to 125 now, and here is a Zero's Great Bridge. No, this would be the Brentwood wrestler profile we're seeing now. I don't know what's going on. Chris Marshall, T.C. Williams, Penn McKenna, beat Garcia from Salem, and beat DeReese of Kempsville to get here into the finals. And I tell you what, the man from Fauquier County, or from Fauquier High School, has a nice little cobra tattoo out there.
Yeah, testing. Clay Meyer here is a transfer, Richie. He won the state championship in the state of Oregon last year.
Oh, is that right?
And he is coached by
John Pegues is his coach, former Grammy state champion.
Well, listen to this tie-in, guys. And his competitor is coached by Buddy Lee, the Olympian.
Yeah, Buddy, old teammate of mine at Old Dominion University.
Right. This guy, I like to call this guy the assassin because he's got this snake on his arm.
Yeah. Well, Frank,
he's an Oregon state champion.
Both these guys are throwers, too. Believe me, the kid from T.C. Williams has a lot of confidence in his throws working with Buddy Lee, because Buddy was 6th in the Olympics this past summer.
Defending state, this is our other state champion. So we guys got to call him a state champion.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 or 4 state champions here in the final. So look at that. There's that trip. I tell you what, if he gets sloppy, he could get thrown right on his head. But Claymire is tough as the match goes on. He just keeps pounding you. Ooh.
Gotta hate that.
Yeah. He is hurt.
Yeah, I think that was...
All right, let's go. I believe you had, speaking of Buddy Lee, you were talking about him a few minutes ago. Frank had a chance to talk to Buddy Lee, Chris Marshall's coach over at T.C. Williams.
It's going to be a great match. As far as my wrestler, Chris Marshall, I think he pretty much has to force Claymire into his style of wrestling. And I think if he can stick to that game plan, then he'll be successful. He'll be the Virginia State Champion for 1993.
Well, after that talk with Buddy Lee, sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
Oh, really? You got the Olympic champion here in this corner. And this guy, look how mad the assassin is. He went to shake his hand, and this is the guy that got hurt. And he didn't want to even shake. Backed his up. Said, I'm not finished whooping you yet. Look at it.
Well, I'll tell you what, really not close to whipping anybody. No score.
This trip. Headlock. Bear hug. Bear hug got him in the air. No. This is great. We got a Greco match here in the finals. Are you ready for this? This kid, Claymire, is a Greco guy. The other guy, Buddy Lee, coach is a Greco Olympic place winner, placed 6th in the Olympic Games. So they're kind of funny how those nemesis match up in life, you know? Like if there was a time to know some Greco, it would be now.
Yeah.
It just so happens your coach was in the Olympics.
Ooh,
Little
nice.
short drag.
Nice short drag. He comes around, but it's not a score yet.
Boy, these guys are
low
really
dump.
These guys are really battling.
These guys are good. Each same height.
Same type of build. They're both
3
like
seconds.
cats.
2, 1. That's the end of the first period. No score. A lot of fireworks, but didn't amount to much, really.
Nobody hit the target, but there's a lot of explosions out there.
Be interesting to see if these guys are going to try to wrestle on the mat or if they're going to get back up on their feet.
I'm surprised they went down. He picked down. Well, they go right down. I wouldn't think that they're real roll-oriented.
Yeah, at this point in time, you'd almost have to take the bottom position to try to score.
Just to get a point.
Right. Yeah, because there hadn't been a score, and they've been both pretty even on their feet with their upper body throws.
Yes.
Marshall, Chris Marshall, he's see what he can. Really, he's got a little riding ability. He had a little tough time, Claymire, on the mat. He was ridden for a little while.
Yeah.
I mean, if he has a weakness, I would say that would be it.
Right, probably in the bottom position. The thing that
There's
Williams
no riding time though, so he could ride it the whole period and not show anything by it.
Williams is going to have to do a little bit more by getting out to the side when he rides on top. If he doesn't, I think the referees may hit him for stalling if he continues to hang in that ankle and cover the hips right there. Let's see if Claymire can explode out of here.
Great crowd on hand here in the 1993 Virginia State.
Ooh, good scramble.
Finals here, Virginia High School League, state championships. I know we've both been in some real exciting times in this, haven't we, buddy?
That's right, Frank.
What a Zero's Great Bridge scoring update right now. 0-0 is a score. That's pretty easy.
It's 0-0-0 from
right.
Zeros. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Martin Screen Print, Zeros, and Brentwood. Oh, there's your one.
There's your point escape.
This could go overtime.
About a minute left, second period.
125-pound weight class. Claymire, this Oregon state champ. I wonder how we would do in Oregon. Probably is good. Huh?
Yeah, pretty good, apparently.
We know how we did in Oregon.
Yeah, that's right.
So I won it in 2 states. What a treat that would be.
That would be nice.
There's that trip. He keeps going back to that.
Tries to inside trip him right there, but he needs to move Williams a little bit more and try to have him step into the trip. He's just trying to go for it.
He's going to just try to just throw him right up on his head.
19 seconds.
It seems like if he sags a little bit and gets him with the small of his back.
Yeah, and gets his hips up underneath him. I think both these guys are going to have to resort to some lower shots, and there you go. You've got one coming in right there.
He's going to might sag him to a headlock.
Sucks those hips in. Ooh, not yet.
No.
Got the whizzering. Williams is no takedown yet. I think there
he is. The takedown points are awarded.
Scored it right at the end of the period, too. Great hustle right there on the part of Claymire.
Wow, that'll make it 3-0. And Marshall not feeling too good. Looks like maybe his collarbone hurts.
He's got to reach down. He's having some problems. I don't know if it's his collarbone but both these guys are expending a lot of energy. I think that the physical toll of this match is taking effect on both of them.
Yeah.
It looks like we're ready to get underway here after Marshall gets looked after. And there's the Zero's Great Bridge scoring update. Claymire 3-0 over Marshall.
Gary Beatson, the referee in the center. You might remember him. He's did a lot of the matches, one of the top officials in the state. With us is Wayne Martin, former coach at Great Bridge High School, athletic director now. Great final so far.
Yeah, it has been real exciting.
Marshall didn't waste any time getting up.
And there they are, back in those bear hugs again, both of them. Like I got you and you got me, babe.
Yeah, I bet there's a lot of singing of Sonny and Cher songs going on the mat.
Oh.
I tell you, Frank, that upper body wrestling, like you talked about before, does really expend a lot of energy.
Oh, really? Just imagine walking around for 6 minutes with a 125-pound weight in your arms.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's going on here.
But the thing is, if you execute one of these holds properly, normally it's a 5-pointer.
Right. Right. The score is 3 to third period, and I don't, see what he could do to just ride him out.
Let's see if Williams can get an escape here and get back on his feet.
Oh, Clay Meyer, 30-0 into this match. 30-0 with 17 falls.
Ooh, that's not too bad.
We're getting ready to come up. Our next match will be another Southeastern District contestant, Norman Smith from Indian River. Davey Davis in his rookie year. Boy, but you're proud of him.
Yeah, Davey's done a great job. His first year at Indian River, he's got 2 state finalists. I mean, and no matter what the outcome is of those 2 matches, he has had a big difference in their program in just 1 year at Indian River High School.
Good crowd. You can see the crowd we have on hand here. And
first point for Marshall right there on escape makes it 3-1 now, just under a minute to go in this.
It seemed to me that maybe Marshall should get out of this tie-up completely and try to get some motion going.
Yeah, if either one of these guys could get a low ankle shot or attack the lower extremities, I think they might be able to get a score in here. They continue to want to go up top.
Buddy Lee wants the 2 points for the takedown, but
close that, buddy. That wouldn't even close, but it looked pretty.
But it would have scored in freestyle,
yes,
Frank. That would have been at least a 2-pointer.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking.
Probably a 3 because he took him right to his back.
Right. Buddy has signed this guy up for the Marines.
30 seconds left. 3-1. Clay Meyer with the lead. Let's see.
24 seconds. See if somebody's got to throw something big.
Here we go. We're going to see some action.
Lock up. What's he going to try and step? You think he's going to try it?
15 seconds.
There it is.
Oh, 2 points. 2 points for Marshall there.
We'll
tie it up at 3.
And that puts him in the lead.
Those 2 back points right there will give him a 5-3 lead. 6, 5, 4.
Frank, they stopped the clock. They thought they went out of bounds, and the clock was on 8 seconds for probably 8 seconds itself. Does this seem familiar to last year?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I thought I was having deja vu or something.
Deja vu.
I'm gonna go see listen in on this.
Or as Yogi Bear would say, deja vu all over again.
There's a shot of Buddy Lee right there instructing his wrestler. You've got a lead. You got a 5-3 lead with probably just seconds left. They got 5 seconds on the clock. They're running it down to 2 seconds.
And the coach says, what are we doing here? Going to run it down to 2 seconds.
Left on the clock.
Coach not real happy about that, but hey, that always happens when you have to mess with the clock.
That's right.
I mean, I tell you what, did you call it?
Yep.
Did he call it? He said upper body, something can happen. The bomb went off.
That's it right there. Unbelievable. Clay Meyer was ahead the whole time up until the 3rd period. All of Marshall's points came in that 3rd period, and he's able to rack up his 5 points on a takedown, an escape, and 2 near fall points right at the end of that 3rd period.
Great, exciting match.
Oh, man, how about that?
Was.
Now, you talk about putting, just delaying gratification, but they rolled around out there, they messed around, and the next thing you know, Marshall needs some points on the board. He's down 3-0. Then the next thing you know, it's 5-3, and Marshall from T.C. Williams, coached by Buddy Lee, is the state champion at 125. Let's go to Frank Lipoli right quick, who is with the 125-pound state champion, Chris Marshall.
Nobody can throw you.
Here we are with the state champ. Big win. Yeah. You had a rough match. You guys were both going at each other, upper body. You got a great coach there in upper body. What happened at the end?
He tried to throw me, and earlier Buddy said just spin him because he had his knees blocked. And I done it earlier, but I didn't go all the way, and this time I went all the way and got back too.
What do you think, Buddy?
Hey, he's a great thrower, and I knew he was a better thrower than this guy, and he went out there and did his own thing.
Coach, good job, huh?
Hey, he's a good kid.
State champ right here, an exciting, thrilling match here in the finals. Congratulations.
Well, here we go, Richie, 130 pounds.
Yeah, let's go. Let's take a look at this replay, Wayne, right here, of the way this match ended. And there we are. You'll see Williams is right there in the blue.
Clay Meyer tried to hit him with a headlock, and Williams stepped in front, blocked him, and it was a 4-point hole.
Four-point move right there, just what he needed. And now we're up to 130. Here's Norman Smith out here at 130 for Indian River. Mike Thompson is a wrestler from Chantilly. He's in the purple.
Yeah. Last year, Thompson was a 4th place finisher in this tournament at 125 pounds, and he's really had a super tournament up to this point. He's been wrestling exceptionally well this past weekend. But the same can be said about Norman Smith, too. He kind of came out from nowhere, had a great season, but he has had a tremendous postseason activity here.
And we've got a minute to go, but when we do, if we see if we can get to our coach's corner.
And there it is, the first points of the night, a nice little single.
Was that a great match, that last match, or what?
Yeah.
Super match.
Boy, he said it. He said right on the thing. He said, Buddy told me that if he tried to spin on me, what to do. And he just stepped right into that thing.
Right into a nice hip toss.
2-0 right now on the Zeros Great Bridge scoring update in favor of Thompson of Chantilly.
Thompson's a vicious leg rider, Frank. He can really throw those legs in, and he cranks in those arms, a good power half. And right here, he's got a nice chicken wing, almost a double chicken wing.
He is tough. Might be a little too much for Smith. Smith, a junior. Thompson, a senior, with 102 career wins.
That's the end of the first period. And let's go ahead, Frank, now with Norman Smith's coach, Davey Davis from Indian River. You had a chance to talk to him earlier in the Martin Screen Print Coach's Corner.
The key is going to be getting in there and scoring those early points. And my guys got to stay out of the legs on the bottom. Thompson's a real tough leg rider. He likes to get in there and ride and break you in half in there with those tough legs. He's a really strong-legged kid. So we got to stay out of the legs and score our points on our takedowns. Thank you.
Back now to live action.
Start of the second period. Smith takes down.
We're going to have a special presentation coming up right after this match.
Good.
You're gonna...
Yeah, I'll tell you what we're going to do. A wrestler from Ferguson named Ricky Pierce, who couldn't be here, has amassed 117 points through state, regional, and national freestyle tournaments this spring and summer. He's the Virginia USA Wrestling Grand Champion.
From the Peninsula.
Over
PWA.
at Ferguson. And his coach will be accepting that award for him. Steve Crocker will make that presentation at the end of this match.
And I think his PWA coach, John Senzik, also will be there. So that's an exciting award. Just goes to show you there's a lot going on when wrestling season's over, guys. And you can stay involved in the freestyle program, and you can win this beautiful array of things just by your involvement.
That's right. Well, right here, Thompson secured a set of back points there, Frank. He jumped up to a 4-0 lead.
I understand, by the way, talking about that presentation, that Ricky Pierce won that award by 2 points. He had 117, takes 115. So rather successful 1992 for him.
Frank, it's kind of interesting because these two opposing coaches know each other very, very well. They worked together for 5 weeks in the off-season up at the Grammy School of Wrestling.
So you think they're familiar with each other's styles?
I'd say just a tad bit.
Just a tad bit. 130-pound weight class, Virginia High School State Finals next week. The Virginia Dual Meet Championship, the Great Bridge. You've won this tournament, but you haven't really done it in a pretty fashion.
No, we had a little struggle yesterday, but the kids came out fired up today. They did what we expected of them.
Real well, placing so far. You've placed 6 wrestlers. You've got 1 state champ, so you've got a 1st, a 3rd, and a 5th. So they've done the best they can in this final round.
Right, in the final round.
Mike Thompson out there, no stranger to a tattoo parlor either. He has a little tattoo right on that right ankle.
I don't think any of it's removable.
I wouldn't guess. And that's it. That's going to end the second period. Our Zero's Great Bridge scoring update. It's 4-0.
And there you can see some of the stands of fans. Some have been to the concession stand already a few times, and some haven't.
And here's our Brentwood wrestler profile. Norman Smith pinned Ahern earlier. Mike Thompson from Chantilly in the semis, 4-2 over Pruitt from Cox.
Yeah, and Pruitt went into place in the tournament. So the Eastern region was very well representative throughout this thing.
Yeah, the Eastern region did real well.
There's an escape point right there to make it 5-0 in favor of Thompson of Chantilly.
Thompson in on a little knee pull single. Smith drops those hips back real nice. He's just trying to defensive right in here. But Norman Smith's, Richie, he's got to get something going here. He's down 5-0, and he's only got a minute 19 to create some action.
And, you know, really, he hasn't been very offensive at all. I mean, in the whole match, he's been having to fight off Thompson almost from the word go.
Yeah, well, Thompson has been, I mean, repeatedly, he's been right on him. He has pressed Norman to the full extent. Here's another front headlock situation. Norman runs that head under. It looks like he might be able to score it this time.
No. Oh,
little knee tap, spin around. Not quite. There it is. The two-pointer.
He needed to take a little page out of Sanchez's book there.
Makes it 5-2. He cuts him. He wants to go on his feet again. 6-2. Thompson.
He can throw.
Better not put his track shoes on right yet.
No.
Good, yeah. That's what they wanted.
Stall.
So hit him with a warning.
28 seconds to go. Picks up a stalling point and a takedown. Oh, that's it.
Another takedown. Miles 6-4. Cuts him loose. Makes it 7-4. We've got 18 seconds, Frank.
Hey, it happened in the last match. 4-point move at the end to win it.
Warning. That makes it 7-5. Now it's a 2-point match.
Takedown ties it.
Smith comes around.
And he does.
The overtime. Not yet.
3, 2, 1. Oh, no. The point was not.
No banana.
Point was not awarded for the takedown. Very close. And so what that means is that the state champion at 130 is Mike Thompson from Chantilly by a score of 7-5.
Typical example there of not stopping Richie till the referee blows the whistle.
That's right. And let's go back now with Frank Lipoli with some gentlemen that are going to make a special presentation. The presenter, Steve Crocker, who's presenting this Grand Champion Award. Frank?
Here we are with a very special presentation.
On behalf of the Virginia State USA Wrestling Program, we'd like to award our Grand Champion Prize to Ricky Pierce, a member of Ferguson High School and the Peninsula Wrestling Association. Here to accept awards are his Ferguson High School coach and his Peninsula Wrestling Association coach. Congratulations, and hopefully Ricky will enjoy this on his mantelpiece. There you go.
This is a big deal.
Well, yes, it is. I think being the first time this is being offered, and Ricky not being able to make it, on behalf of Ricky and the school and the USA program in the state of Virginia, I know he will accept this with the highest honors, and would like to tell everybody, thank you, and hope that we can continue this award for years to come.
Big win.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. He worked real hard. He wrestled freestyle and Greco, and I think that was one of the keys. He placed in the States last year, and he scored a lot of points and beat a lot of really quality kids to win this award.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Frank. We're up to a 135 now. Daniel Gearhart from Franklin County is in the yellow and red, and for Cox, Jason Forsman is in the green here at 135.
Richie, this is an interesting matchup here because I believe Foreman's only loss this year came to Gearhart back in December at the Titan Kickoff Classic.
It does that, and we have Coach Hartraft who talks about those things at our Coach's Corner, and we'll slide to that to after the first period. If there is a second period, we'll slide right to that.
No takedown yet. No takedown. There's a little scramble there. Gearhart's got his leg caught in there, but
everybody's got everything caught in there.
That's a scrambled up type situation. I don't think there's a...
He's got him.
He's got a...
Pretty clear. He meets the criteria. He's got a cross face and ankle.
And there you go.
Yeah.
And there's your 2 points.
I tell you what, Forsman's like that. He's not an overpowering guy. He just kind of ends up in everything. And this guy can cradle you.
Zero's Great Bird scoring update 2-0 in favor of Forsman from Cox High School. And these wrestlers, as we've said, have seen each other before. Way back at the Titan Kickoff Classic, it seems like about 8 years ago.
Great crowd on here at the 1993 state championships.
The Sunset Manor wrestler profile here. Daniel Gearhart's at 135 from Franklin County, 16-1 this season. Jason Forsman from Cox here at 135. And there you go. 11-1 over the wrestler from Annandale, and then in the semi 6-2 over Stefanko from Hampton. Daniel Gearhart, Franklin County, he was a Northwest Region champion this year. Beat Christian from JFK, Pardo from
South Lakes.
Thank you very much. And Kettleson was his semifinal winner. I love these abbreviations.
Wayne Martin, our abbreviation specialist tonight.
Yes. And actually, we need lots of specialists tonight. I can tell you what, I need all the help I can get.
Well, here we go, the beginning of the second period, and Forsman's down in the bottom position with a 2-0 lead.
And here we go.
Gearhart's trying to get a cross wrist ride here with a little tilt situation, but he better watch out if he drops on the side against Forsman. Really? He's like a Gumby down there.
That's exactly right. He looks.
How'd you do? Well, I didn't do too bad, but I was wrestling Gumby.
Really, that darn Gumby, that green guy.
There's a nice little, he finishes it up, that low turn-in shrug, backs out, and scores his 2 points for a reversal.
There it is, 4-0.
On our Zero's Great Bridge scoring update.
It's a minute 15 left here in the second period.
Right now, Foreman's got what in wrestling terminology is called an arm bar tilt. And he's got to get that right knee up underneath there. There it is. He elevates that far knee over.
He's just so smooth.
And I think, has he gotten a 2 count yet, Frank?
No.
I believe he did.
I don't think so.
He's close to that criteria. Look at him. He's got him almost over there, but he's got to slide the right knee back up underneath there again.
No banana. He's just beating him. Forsman is just, doesn't look like a brutal guy, but he's beating this kid up.
Yeah. Ooh, he's going to roll him across.
He's going to take him the long way, Betty.
Yeah, he wanted to try to flip him across sort of like in a shoulder roll. Nice.
Except he didn't want to go that way.
That's right, but Forsman's got those legs back in there, using the Gumby attack.
The Gumby attack.
That's evil.
I like that. And he's got a kind of Gumby personality, real real soft-spoken, mild-mannered guy. Look at this. He's going to pop his head under and pin him that way. Look at this. Now that hurts.
5 seconds.
What kind of look that is.
To go down the second period. Stalemate. Boy,
it's a stalemate look, Frank.
Yeah. I tell you what, it was. You should have seen our angle.
No, you shouldn't.
4 seconds to go to our Coach's Corner, and why don't we kick to it right now?
Yeah, why don't we go ahead and do that? Our Martin Screen Print Coach's Corner. Frank had a chance to talk to Gary Hartnoff, the coach from Cox High School.
This really is an exciting matchup because Jason now this year is 25-1. I believe his record is maybe 26-1. His only loss this year has been to the Gearhart boy from Franklin County, so it's a rematch. He lost that match 6-5. Got caught in the cradle and put on his back for 3, and that was the difference in the match. We were pretty much in control, and we've really been looking forward to this. We thought we would meet him in this tournament. We didn't know where, but I think it's a great head-to-head match to have in the final.
And Frank, talking about Gearhart, you know, he's announced his retirement at the end of this season, and this is really his last match.
It is.
As a coach.
As a coach, and his nice way to go out with the state champ.
Yeah. Zero's Great Bridge scoring update. Forsman 4-0 now over Gearhart of Franklin County.
Now, Coach talked about the thing he needs to be concerned about is cradles, 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 cradles. This guy cradles a lot. So, we'll see what happens here. And if also, Jason has to stay focused.
Yeah, he does. This is, right here, this is the most important 2 minutes of wrestling he will have ever done in his life up to this point in time.
Well, I'd like to see Jason win it for himself and also win it for Coach Gary Hartrath.
Escape point right there for Gearhart. That'll make it 4-1 with 1:42 to go.
Ooh, little Syracuse sit-through on Gearhart's part. He's trying to hook that far ankle. There it is. He's got a takedown. Frank, it's 4-3.
And it's tightening up all the time.
4-3 match.
Watch out for the cradles. Remember, now there it is. He's trying to throw a cross-face cradle.
Forsman has got to move from this bottom position.
Well, what Forsman's got to do is keep a hold of this guy's hands. And you can see him doing that. Wrist control, and you can't get rolled. You can't get cradled as long as you got a wrist.
Right here, he's in what we call a back-out position. He's fighting through. He's trying. What he'd love to do is get a two-point reversal on him. And he's almost got it. He steps across. Ooh. He's not quite able to finish that hold up, Richie.
Not quite.
Now, Forsman's got to move down here. They're not going to let him stand. There it is, Frank, the warning. Stalling.
44 seconds to go.
On the bottom man. Forsman needs to move in here. If he just moves off that bottom.
We had a little signal when I was at Bethel. It was stand up, grab the wrist, and don't go anywhere. And that's what they're going to hit him.
I can't believe Gearhart hasn't cut him and tried to take him down. He's only got 24 seconds. It'd be a tie match. It'd be OT. But I guess, like you said, his specialty's on top. He needs to.
Yeah, well, he's going to try to hit him.
15 seconds.
The Gumby is just, I think, too loose to be turned.
The Gumby's hips are working, but right now the Gumby's got to stand up and shake it loose.
Yeah, he's got to move, or they're going to hit him for stalling.
They got to stand up.
We're going to have an OT match.
No, he's not going. He's going to cut him loose with 14 seconds to go. No cradle.
Let's see what happens. Look at the referee. With the referee, is the ref going to hit him for stalling?
Yep.
Forsman down there.
4.
There it is, Frank.
There it is.
Can't believe
stalling. We've got an OT match.
4 seconds.
If Gearhart can hold him for 4 seconds, you're going to see Forsman.
Watch this. Let's see what Forsman.
Out
Watch
of
it.
here. Here he goes. Not yet.
One. That's it.
Here we go. Forsman.
Looks like we're going into OT.
Forsman put his track shoes on too early, Frank.
Yeah, here we go. It's a new ball game. It's a new ball game.
Overtime.
Got to stay focused. Forsman controlled the entire match. There it is. No, whoa,
not yet.
That's a mistake.
Not yet. They're both trying to step each other.
Leg.
I'd say have to stay.
What do they got?
Forsman. Oh, I think Gearhart's gonna. Ooh, Forsman steps across it.
And there it is right there. The 2 points that'll make Forsman of Cox High School.
That was questionable, Frank. I think he stopped it too soon. Oh, they're both on their feet again. The thing is, he stopped it. If he'd have let him continue, I think Forsman would have ended up getting the takedown anyway.
And they did.
There's a snap down, a run around. Not quite yet.
Oh, no, he's got his
No,
knee.
he doesn't have it yet.
Forsman's got his legs
Not yet.
in.
The guy's got it.
Look
there
at
you
Gary.
go.
No, yes.
Forsman.
And there's the 2 points
champion.
that'll make Forsman the state champion at 135 pounds by a score of 6-4 in OT. Forsman is exhausted.
Another great match in the finals here, Richard.
Man, I'm telling you. This is what the state finals are all about.
Well, Jason Forsman, the state champ, I can't say he didn't make it exciting. Coaches are looking in one direction. I'm wrestling Wayne Martin at the end, but the product end, you're the state champ.
I feel great. I don't know what to say. I feel great. It all paid off. So happy.
Coach, you had to make the last one kind of interesting for you.
Well, I just don't think when you're in the state finals with 9 seconds to go that somebody has to call stalling with 4 seconds. The kid was working him. He was trying to get up. He wasn't just sitting there stalling out. There's a whole difference between stalling in what they're calling sometimes. I mean, it was just a call, but unfortunately, you know, or I say fortunately, it didn't cost him, you know, the match. But, you know, Jason's been in my program. He's been in my room since 9th grade. He worked out with us, and I told him this year that this is my last year, is my last state champion, and I just can't even tell you how happy I am.
Well, that's it. This is the state champ. This is the coach, and that's the story.
Last one.
Well, thank you, Frank. Well, my goodness. We're up to 140 now. Neil Johnson from Stonewall Jackson in the crimson and gold. Brett Thompson from Western Branch in the navy blue and gold. And as you can see on our Zero's Great Bridge scoring update, not even zero. There's just no score at all.
None yet. Brett Thompson, he's been in this situation before, Richie. If you remember last year, he was coaching with a comfortable 4-0 lead against Chip Collier for Cox.
Oh, that's right.
Relaxed the last 10 seconds of the match, got rolled for 5 points, and he lost the state championship last year, 5-4.
Well, we'll see what happens here. We had already gone up to get ready to interview him with the question, and we had to change the question.
That's right.
It was not the right guy. Was that an exciting match or what?
Oh, no, I would say that was definitely an exciting match.
I tell you what, Gumby came through at the end, kind of a mild-mannered coming through there.
Absolutely.
And Gary didn't seem to be real pleased there.
No, I know. What more do you want? You got a state champion.
Well, I mean, hey, he just did, you know, it was a frustration. He did a good job. He just like, gosh, I tell you what, it's okay to have that happen to you if you win.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well,
we've seen, unfortunately, that happen and guys lose.
Right, yeah.
Yes,
we have.
Many times.
Right here, Thompson just doesn't seem as sharp as what he normally is, Frank. He's made a couple of shots, but hadn't been able to finish up in anything as of this moment.
Well, this is the regional champ of 34-1. So this guy's not used to anybody pushing him around. Thompson's 33-2. So between the two of them, they've won 67 and lost 3 matches. So, and he's a junior. So this is a quality competitor here in the finals.
Right, we're about 25 seconds away from our Martin Screen Print Coaches Corner. I'm going to talk to Brett Thompson's coach, Terry Perdue.
And I tell you what, Terry had a fortunate season where he lost a lot of competitors, but he really had a good state tournament with the guys that he brought, placing all 3 of his guys.
That's right.
Brett Thompson does have a tattoo on his right shoulder. Seems to be the thing to do now.
Maybe it's one of those erasable tattoos.
4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Not quite enough time to finish it up.
And in our Zero's Great Bridge scoring update at the end of the first period, no score here at 1:45 or 1:40 between Neil Johnson and Brett Thompson.
Well, that's not a real big tattoo. Maybe he wasn't sure whether to get one or not.
Yeah, maybe so. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go to the Martin Screen Print Coaches Corner with Coach Terry Perdue.
Brett is I think the cream of the crop here. I think Brett, all he has to do is do what he does best, and we won't have any problems against this kid. I'm looking for Brett wants it, and there's not much more I can say.
Back now to live action, about ready to get started here at the second period at 1:40.
There's a quick shot of Coach Perdue.
Yep.
Little false start there.
These are the team standings, top 5.
We talked to Coach Perdue earlier, and he was having some personal problems at the training table lately, but we didn't exactly find out what that was. We'll have to ask him next time we see him, Coach.
At first, Great Bridge with 113.
Team standings, Frank, just came in. Kempsville in third, 87.5 points. Not too bad.
Nope.
Centerville in second, 98.5 points. And Great Bridge in first place with 113 points.
And I bet you they stay there.
I bet you're right.
We have an interesting matchup here, which is a prelude to your maybe next week with getting ready to come up with the Terminator against the Centerville wrestler.
Yes. This Neil Johnson kid is really impressive looking on top. I mean, he's a nice loose float rider, but he sits under right there, and he's really giving Brett a hard time right now.
And nothing's the score, and Brett has had a good tournament, a really good tournament.
I tell you, Thompson needs to score from this bottom position. This is one of his strengths right here. He's got to create a little bit more motion and action than what he's done up to this point. Johnson starts on that wrong side, applies that pressure, hangs way back on those hips, and there it is. They hit him for stalling.
Yep.
They hit him for stalling. He's got to change a little bit here. He's doing a great job of riding, but you've got to work for the fall.
Oh, he is that. He kind of blanket riding the blanket ride guy.
That's right.
Full taste of his own medicine, perhaps.
Ooh, he made a mistake.
Made a big mistake.
Thompson's got his hips out, turns on him,
head.
and this could be possibility of back points. Ooh,
nope.
He slipped down. He hadn't even gotten a reversal yet. Hooks the leg, grabs that far ankle.
You know, I tell you, the referees seem to be...
That should be 2 right there.
Not really making a
there you go.
Quick call in anything tonight. You know, it's not that snap call. Like, there it is, clear and distinct. It's kind of, well, let's see... You know,
look at this. Look at this
how
situation.
Settles. It's gonna scoot his hips.
Look at Johnson. Johnson's might be able to come around. He's only got 2 seconds. He better work hard quickly. No, not quite.
Not quite quickly enough. That's the end of the second period. Score 2-0 in our Zero's Great Bridge scoring update in favor of Thompson, Western Branch.
Like I said, next week we take to the road to Manassas, Virginia.
And I can't wait for that road trip.
That's going to be interesting. Be fun.
Yeah, that will be. You've got eight of the best teams in the state of Virginia going at it up there this coming weekend.
Coming to you almost live next week from beautiful downtown Manassas, Virginia.
Start of the third period here. Brett Thompson is in the top position. In one of his best positions, too. But Frank, this match is still close enough. It's anybody's ball game.
It sure is.
Oh, yeah. Minute 33 to go in the third.
Now, it's interesting because they hit Johnson with a warning for stalling when he was riding in the second period, and now it looks like Thompson's is riding hard too. Let's see what happens.
Oh, I haven't seen that move in years. He just did. He had to, you know, with your overhook, you get like a one-on-one.
Yeah, sort of like a snake right around, a little reverse drag there off the elbow.
Yeah, off the elbow.
And he's almost in scoring position here. If he can slip the hips around a little bit more, it looks like it's almost a reversal from our angle.
Yeah, what I'm trying to see is why isn't it a reversal?
And they call a stalemate. Ooh, that was a good call for Western Branch.
Really a good
I tell you what, the fluorescent green armband is rather dressy.
Yep. It's interesting.
That's a fashion statement if you're an official.
Well, I kind of like that.
1 minute left, Frank.
Still 2-0 on our
the blanket ride guy. There's that same move again now. He did
There it is, a little windmill. Windmilled around. That should be a reversal.
That's not a reversal. I don't understand that. I mean, he's got everything in. He's got a half Nelson in.
I think it's a reversal. The referee's not made the call yet. There you go. That's a 2.
Yeah.
Reversal. We've got 31 seconds left. And we've got a tie match here. Another great ending situation, it looks like, Frank.
Yep. Oh, he's going to...
Thompson trying to shake him out. Wants to shake him down and come out the back door, but it looks like Johnson's got that power half in there. It's tight. There it is. Potentially a stalemate, potentially dangerous situation. We've got 13 seconds left.
Remember, there's been no takedown scored. So if we go to overtime, it could go to the criteria, which is...
I think you're going to see Brett Thompson come out of here real quick, Frank.
We'll see. We'll see.
10 seconds to go to third.
I think the blanket ride Meister has met a blanket ride master.
He's up. If he gets that arm through, I think he's going to... Ooh, not quite, not quite.
No.
That's it.
Oh.
End of regulation.
Not quite enough time. He was about a half a second short.
Yeah, he was.
Now he's going to have to win that state title on his feet.
We'll see.
There's our Zero's Great Bridge scoring update, all tied up at 2, going into overtime here at 1:40.
They both seem pretty relaxed, you know. I mean,
Frank, this is an interesting situation with Johnson being hit with that stalling early back there in the second period. If Thompson presses the issue here and gets in deep on a couple of shots, he's in deep. It looks like Johnson's in a butt drag situation. Thompson's Zuzzoni's out, no score yet. I think there it is.
Yep, there it is right there.
It is, and Brett Thompson loses a
runner-up, bridesmaid, but never the bride.
Finally, the takedown in overtime for Johnson of Stonewall Jackson. And there's your state champion at 140.
A great win for Johnson.
You know, you always...
Ooh, what
always run up against these guys, and you have, Wayne, when you wrestled, we always did, that was your nemesis. I mean, you may be doing right, left, and there's always that guy that can do left, right. We've had it tonight at 125 with the bear hug guys, right?
Yeah,
right. Guy comes in, Greco, what happens? The other guy happens to have this coach who's the Olympic place winner, right? Right here. Here's Brett Thompson, probably the best riders I've ever seen in blanket ride. He runs up against a guy that does the same thing. Nobody gets a
What are you going to do? Frank, what are you going to do? Well, we're about ready to go to 145 now. Marty Meyer is a Centerville wrestler, and from Great Bridge at 145, Mark Strickland. And Frank, you had a chance to talk to Mark Strickland earlier in what we can call our Martin Screen Print Wrestlers Corner.
Well, last night I kind of had a sketchy match. You know, I didn't feel like I wrestled to my potential, so my confidence was kind of iffy the first couple, I don't know, I guess the first minute in the semis, but I figured, hey, you know, I've been working all year for this. I felt I deserved it, and things just started flowing, I guess, you know, and I hope it happens tonight.
Finals, what do you look forward to?
Well, I'm looking forward to win. I'll take it how I can get it. I mean, but I plan on going after the guy, and I'm not going to sit back on my heels. I'm gonna wrestle to my potential. I mean, I figure if I lose because I, you know, and I wrestle my best, and it'll be all right, but I don't plan on losing. I've been too far. I mean, I'm gonna wrestle hard.
Hey, that's the word from the Terminator. Stay focused, stay after him, keep the pressure on. He didn't feel as though he was having a really good, he said his confidence was a little bit down. I can't see that, how you would have, you know, the wins he's had, Wayne. Confidence was a little bit down in his quarterfinal match. He looked great in the semifinals. Got taken down, came right back, and now this will be a big match for him because he's wrestling Centerville, and he'll see this guy next week. Marty Meyer, 32-6, coming into this finals match. He's just a junior. Strickland, 37-0, and a senior, the Terminator.
Yeah, Mark right now, what he needs to do is get a hold of this guy and calm him down a little bit and then start working his technique on his feet. He's really a great technician on his feet, Frank. Once he gets into the rhythm, he can really ramble off a big barrage of holds from the neutral position here.
You know, he's fighting this guy. His name's Marty Meyer, but we could call him the Grim Reaper. He's got a tattoo of the Grim Reaper or some depiction of the Grim Reaper on his left shoulder.
Well, tell you what, he's had a heck of a tournament. He was only third in the region and gets in here to the state finals.
Talk about being focused.
There's a little fireman's attempt on the part of Meyer. Meyer's doing a good job at this point of really kind of blocking and holding Strickland off on his best shots. Good little snap down attempt. Strickland comes up with an underhook. He needs to move him a little bit more. He's not moving his feet as much as what he should be doing.
There's a stall already. Stall warning against Mark Strickland with 33 seconds to go in this first period.
Interesting. Why do you think he called him for I mean, what was Strickland doing that warranted the stalling call, Wayne?
Well, I think Meyer's done a great job of getting his head right in there and pushing a little bit more than what Mark's been doing, basically.
Yeah, just, you're right, just flat head position.
Good, a little bit better positioning right there. What Strickland needs to do is get on his outside sweep shots.
Yep, there's a nice roll. There's a nice high crotch.
5 seconds to go in the first.
He goes to his head. Nope.
Doesn't have it yet.
That's the end of the first period. And our Zero's Great Bridge.
They're tight.
Our Zero's Great Bridge scoring update will tell us that there's no score as we begin the second period. Told you.
Strickland takes the down position. Let's see if Meyer's going to ride him or cut him. Look to me, I think he's going to cut him, Frank. Not many people have tried to ride Mark Strickland this year. And he's spent a great deal of his time up on his feet. He's going to cut him and give him the 1-point escape.
Well, we'll see if, again, remember, Strickland's been hit for stalling, but not that, just because I think he had bad angles. I think he got a little poked in the eye then.
Now, Mark is great in this situation right here. He throws a leg in, he scoots around. If he can hook that far arm, there it is. He's got his takedown. Real deceptive in that situation when you're in on his leg, and he's
now watch him go for the turn
there.
Now Strickland seems to be in the flow right now.
Yeah, as the match goes on, he seems to be, his concentration is getting a little bit better.
There's a caution.
Strickland kind of a little anxious.
He needs to stay focused in this situation. You don't want to give up any silly points off of cautions.
Right.
Meyer comes right up. Strickland's got the wrist. That's what we call a ball and chain right there. Strickland's good in what we also call a Chirella situation. He's got the arm hooked. I think you may see what we call a Chirella roll through. There it is. Let's see if he gets his back point.
Yeah, there are one.
He's getting a count. I think he got 2 out of it. Yes, there it is.
He sure did.
2 points for back points. That's a patented Mark Strickland hold.
Chirella roll through.
Named after Mark Chirella, 3-time NCAA champion from the University of Michigan.
Strickland's up 5-0 here in the second period with 1:08 to go. As our Zero's Great Bridge update tells us.
And Strickland has a couple of words with the referee.
Looks like he's got something on his hand, Frank. Can you see that? He's turning his palm up there. I don't know what exactly was on his hand.
Oh, spilled some on the ground.
That's okay.
There we go. 1:08 left in the second period. Mark Strickland's up 5-0.
We just won't use that part of the mat.
Ooh, good pressure right off the whistle.
Yeah, because we might have to get our camera out of the way.
Really? Slam cam, right?
And the wrestlers go out of bounds.
Looks like well, we've had some great matches tonight. I'm just thinking back over the match that we had at 112. You know, big surprise there, 119. Boy, that got us. And then at
125.
The 125 with the Bear Hug Buddies.
Escape point there for Meyer will give him his first point, make it 5-1 in Strickland's favor.
And then overshot it. Ooh, nice scramble.
What a scramble. Came out neutral.
Overshot the move, but Strickland kept his presence and set it right up.
Many is the wrestler that could have been in trouble after that little slip-up.
Yeah. Mark Strickland just stays in such good basic position at all time. It's really hard to get him out of position. 25 seconds left here right at the end of the second period. Meyer's done a good job of tying him up, especially on that collar tie there with his right hand and Strickland's head. It's kind of thrown Mark off a little bit on his takedown shots. Front headlock.
5 seconds to go.
Meyer gets right over towards that out of bounds. He's not a dumb wrestler.
Nope.
Really. I can see that they've done something different. You saw that little referee run across your screen. They've been taking turns, hauling out the times. And that's a different, I haven't seen that done before. Is that common practice now?
No, it looks like it's something that they've just started to do here. Third period, score 5-1.
Wayne Martin, I want to thank you for being with us on our telecast tonight.
Enjoy it, Frank. It's a pleasure. This will be interesting because if Mark Strickland can't work up into some type of real tight hole, remember now, he's been hit for stalling already.
Right.
And I don't think they're going to let him do a whole lot of riding in here, Frank. He's going to have to work something in here. Oop, here he is. He's back in his Chirella situation. He's got the forearm hooked. He's going to try to roll through. The key here is if he can get his hips up and get enough momentum, he's got his leg. If he tries it again, he's got that hook. He's barred it off, reached under. If he can get the near wrist, if he can get the wrist there, he's got to watch out there. He's almost got a potentially illegal hold there over a chicken wing.
Really does.
Looks like he's going to go out of bounds there.
1:08 to go in this match, and Mark Strickland has a 4-point lead, 5-1. over Marty Meyer of Centerville, the Grim Reaper.
Strickland just has to stay concentrated here. He's got to stay focused right on the match. Little Granby attempt, didn't quite get it, got stacked up there. He's got the arm bar, Frank. There it is. He's got the bottom wrist. Let's see if he can turn him with an arm bar tilt going to his head. There it is.
Yep,
he's got points. Turned him over. He's got the back points.
Strickland is just really focused at this point. Everything is just flowing to him just like he was drilling.
Now, here he comes. This is what they call the torture hole. No, doesn't quite have it.
And there are those 3 back points.
Our next match will be really a good one. Sabo.
8-1 the score right now in favor of the Terminator with 23 seconds to go. He's only 23 seconds away.
Meyer comes up, has an escape. Let's see if Strickland can score one more takedown and get a major decision here.
Strickland only 13 seconds away from another state championship.
Takes a shot.
Ooh. Oh, nice.
Not score, no score yet, no score, right in there.
And that's the way it ends.
There
Mark
it is.
Strickland with an 8-2 win over Meyer from Centerville. And there's our Zeros Great Bridge scoring update. Right there you see it. Mark Strickland of Great Bridge, the 145-pound state champion, winner over Meyer, 8-2.
Now presenting the winners at 140. Sixth place, Aubrey Bright.
And Frank Lipoli about ready to talk to Mark Strickland, the Terminator. First, he's got to give a hug to Joanna Madish, the homecoming queen, and Great Bridge, and her mother. He's got to accept a few more congratulations before he'll talk to Frank, but Frank's forever patient. And we're up to 152 now. Chris Sabo is the wrestler from Herndon. Brad Ginn is the wrestler from Kempsville. And let's take this opportunity to go to our Martin Screen Print Coach's Corner with Chris Sabo's coach from Herndon High School.
The key to the bout tonight is to dominate on our feet. We have to beat Ginn on our feet. Chris has only been taken down once here in the semifinals this whole year. We feel pretty confident, but the key is to dominate on our feet and control the wrestling on our feet.
Just about to get underway here at 152. Frank also had a chance to talk to Brad Ginn's coach over at Kempsville High School, and here's that interview.
Sabo's a complete wrestler. We're going to have to be on the aggressive side on takedowns. On the bottom, Sabo scores a lot of points by putting the scissors in. We're really going to have to stay out of those to be able to block the scissors, kick our leg out and run the circle, and hopefully we can catch him in a shrug there. We got to keep our arms free there. On top, we got to be able to control his ankles and his hips because he likes to Grammy at times. So if we can stop his Grammys and keep him down, we're very good at the Turk. If we can catch him in a Turk, I think we've got the match.
Let's go to Frank Lipoli now before we get to live action.
1 and the Terminator 2. Mark Strickland's dad, you got to be proud of him.
I'm very proud. Matter of fact, the whole family is very proud of Mark. He's had a very good year. He's worked hard. He's been in there solid all year long. Got a lot of goals, worked them all out.
Mark, you won it. You look really good in the finals. Focus.
Earlier rounds of the tournament, in the corners, I wasn't that focused. So I concentrated a little bit more this time, I thought. Took a little bit extra more time to get ready for this one because it's so big and paid off, I guess.
Mark Strickland, 2-time state champ.
And thank you very much, Frank. We're up here at 152. We've heard from Brad Ginn's coach, and we've heard from Chris Sabo's coach in the coach's corner. And right now, Chris Sabo's out there in the black uniform from Herndon, and he's taking on Brad Ginn of Kempsville in the gray and red.
Wayne, I think we're going to have a real wing dinger on our hands here because Sabo has been in the finals 3 times. He's never not been here, really.
Yeah,
it's where he knows to go. Saturday night, 8 o'clock, you go to the finals.
Yeah, the only person ever to beat him is Mark Strickland.
Right, and Strickland has his state championship. Sabo's is not here, so this could be the equalizer. But the only thing that stands between them is Brad Ginn, and he is not an easy walkover.
No, and the interesting thing in this matchup, Frank, is Ginn's best position is probably from the bottom, and Sabo's best position is probably from the top. So we're going to try to see. We're going to see if Sabo's going to ride him.
Well, you saw in the coach's corner that Sabo's coach said they're going to have to control him on his feet. So that's what they're going after. Was Sabo's going to try to control Ginn on his feet, and Ginn is tough on his feet.
Yeah, Brad Ginn is a very good wrestler in the takedown position. Doesn't get out of position.
18 seconds to go here.
It's a little stalemate.
I'd have to say up to this point, the match is definitely going in Ginn's favor. He wants to keep a low-scoring type of situation so that when it does come to a time when Sabo has to ride him, he'll be in the bottom.
Zero's Great Bridge scoring update right there. There is no score, but we're telling you anyway.
Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Martin Screen Print, for, nice arm drag, for the wonderful job they've done in supporting us. Zeros at Great Bridge, Jimmy Murphy. Class of 69, Norfolk Catholic. And Brentwood.
And Sunset Manor Restaurants.
For their support.
And here we go. Brad Ginn's going to take the bottom position. Let's see what Sabo does, if he's going to cut him or ride him. Sabo's mounting. He's going to try to hold him down, Frank. Sabo really would prefer to get his legs in a scissors type position.
Tell you what, Sabo
got a nice tight waist.
I tell you what, it's hard to roll a good guy in the finals. It really is. You guys.
And there it is. He slips those legs in with that top scissors. Ooh, he's got a nice deep power half in. A lot of power in here.
He can turn his hips.
He's pushing that arm right under.
He's tough.
Pushing the arm under. Ooh, they called it a potentially dangerous situation.
And Ginn is a muscled up kind of guy, so that isn't fun. I tell you that right now.
Yeah, Brad Ginn needs to get some motion going off the bottom. He's not moving when the referee blows a whistle. He's waiting to see what Sabo's going to do, and that's not the thing to do in this situation.
This kind of reminds me of that 12-pound matchup with Sanchez and
there it
Viola.
is, a good little flurry. Sabo's tough.
He stops him, and there's Sabo right on him. Well, it's going to it may come down to how really good is Sabo on bottom.
Yes. Because Ginn has what we guys as a real nice armbar tilt he's dangerous with.
And he just riding him just tough as he can be. You can see that tight waist. It is so far. He's got a tight waist. It's so tight. It's almost up on his back. Which you can't control. You can't get your hips. You can't clear nothing when when your guts are getting squeezed out.
Yeah, it is tough.
It's tough.
It is tough to do something when your guts are getting squeezed out, Frank.
Here it is. Sabo's got the power half back
turn
in.
his hips. Watch his hips. Where his hips goes, his shoulders will go. Nope. Stopped him again.
Potentially dangerous a second time.
And
it's interesting. I'm sure Chris Sabo's been able to turn people all season long in the northern region, and they probably have not called him on this type of situation.
Well, this is helping Ginn right now, this timeout.
Well, we can thank the Herndon coach for that timeout, I suppose.
Yeah.
He came out and wanted to have a word with the official.
I tell you, now this is where Ginn is the most dangerous right now.
And he's only got 21 seconds here. Let's see if he can create some action.
And he stopped him. He got a one-on-one. I tell you what, he's not going to get away from Sabo. He's just not going to do it.
He's got his arm bar now, too, to boot.
Sabo's just doing everything right. The blanket right is pinching him. He's covering his hips, though. But, you know what I mean? He's supposed to get out to the side and ride him, but...
We're going to go into the third period here with no score.
No score.
On our zeros.
Great Bridge scoring update.
And let's see what Chris Sabo does off the whistle.
He's going to grab his wrist and stand up. Watch him. Now that's how you do a turn-in.
Nice turn-in.
You Granby guys ought to pay attention to this.
That was a beautiful turn-in on a part of Chris Sabo
he's got everything.
There.
He is going to be a great college wrestler. Sabo's just got the tools to do well in college. Look at this, straight.
Good whizzer out by Brad Ginn. Sabo gets 1 point. They're on their feet. They're on their feet.
1-0. Favor of Sabo, but stranger things have happened in the finals.
That's right.
And that don't mean anything. I mean, could he get a takedown right here at the end? He's got the power to do it. But he really hasn't done a whole lot. He's going to try maybe a front headlock, little swing by.
Sabo is going to move. He's going to keep those hands down. He's going to stay in good position, and then he shoots a beautiful high crotch inside step for a takedown. That was almost picture perfect, Frank.
Well, like I said, you know, it's just like happened with Strickland. Sabo is in the groove right now.
57 seconds to go. 3-0 is Sabo's lead here at 152.
So far, Great Bridge has put 2 guys on the mat and have come off with 2 state champs. And I kind of want to think, and you're maybe over the hump. I don't know. 160 is going to be a tough one for you.
Tough match. Yeah, 160 is going to be a real battle. 2 fine competitors there. And Kelly and Johnson. Johnson from Chantilly and Kelly, of course, from Great Bridge.
I would say so. Chantilly's 37-0. Here we are. 57 seconds to go in the 3rd period.
Ooh! Granby. Super Granby. Ooh. He almost had a situation there where he almost fell right into a headlock, Frank.
Really?
But Sabo's quick as a cat, came right out, faced him, knew he was in trouble, gave him a point escape.
He's just doing everything right. Doing everything right.
No score yet. No score yet.
33 seconds to go.
3-1.
Lynn has nothing to... It's 3-1's the score, but it's not as close as this in terms of dominance in the match.
Right, but 1 takedown and be OT. Could be a tie match.
And the score is close, but Sabo's been, I think, dominating the match.
Chris Sabo's got that nice tight front headlock, staying right to the front, not getting sucker dragged. He's holding them in. He's looking at the clock. Wants those seconds to tick off, down to 8 seconds.
Let's see what he does. He's a champ. You think he'll circle or just... Heck yeah.
Yeah, he's circling.
He's going to circle.
He's going to circle all the way up to the victory stage.
And there it is right there. That's the end of the 152-pound weight match. And the winner is Chris Sabo. There you see right there in the black outfit from Herndon, our 152-pound state champion. And let's go over now to Frank Lipoli, who's with Chris Sabo, the 152-pound state champion.
Chris Sabo, state champ, 2-time state champ, runner-up. I made a comment, Saturday night, state championship, you always go to the finals, you know. Tough match, you were in total control.
Yeah, I mean, my main goal was just to control him out there, you know, I wasn't trying to be too conservative, but ended up looking that way. But he wrestled a good match against me. His coaches, you know, they really knew what I was going to do, and they defended it well.
And Coach, you got to be proud of him.
We're very, very extremely proud, you know, over the last couple of years. I mean, to do what he's done, extremely proud. It was a great season. Looking forward to going on and carrying on the torch somewhere down the line.
Chris Sabo, state champ.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Frank. And now here we are at 160. Kevin Johnson from Chantilly taking on Jamie Kelly of Great Bridge. Jamie Kelly has seen the state finals before, Frank. You had an opportunity to talk to him. We just heard from that interview just a few moments ago. And our Zero's Great Bridge scoring update, no score right now with 1 minute 16 seconds.
I tell you what, Kelly has had a good state tournament.
Yeah, I tell you what, he was really hot in the semifinals, Frank.
He was.
He wrestled real good, but he's got a different competitor here. Kevin Johnson is no one to take lightly.
No, he certainly is not. With coming into this final match, does not know what it's like to lose. 37-0. Northern Region champion, has not placed in a state tournament before, so that may be in Kelly's favor.
Yeah, Jamie's staying in pretty good position right now, but he needs to... There's a nice little shot attempt. Doesn't quite have it, though. Don't do it. Right now, both those guys are still trying to fill each other out, I tell you. Kelly really hadn't been able to get in a deep penetrating shot. Johnson, I don't think he's taken a shot yet, has he, Frank?
No, I don't think so either, which is, I'm really kind of surprised because to me it looks like Johnson is the quicker of the two, the better athlete of the two, but Kelly is just cutting him off. Good for Kelly.
Yeah. Johnson might respect him a little bit too much, and you can't do that in the state finals.
No.
The end of the first period with no score here at 160.
And, you know, that's an interesting thing you just said. He said he might respect him a little too much. Sometimes the uniforms project a little bit, you know. Maybe they should let him change uniforms in the finals. That would really mess everybody up, wouldn't it? And then, you know, I've got the green and gold on. And then we'd really, you know, it's like making they do it in NASCAR. They make everybody drive the same cars.
Right. Kevin Johnson came up with a quick inside step, got that point escape. He goes up 1-0. Quick inside, nice shot on a single. He's trying to cut the corner. Kelly's fighting. Has
His
a little
head's
bit of a
down.
whizzer.
He's got Johnson's head down. So
and he's controlling the wrist, but Johnson's changed. Kelly still has the wrist right there. Kelly needs to stay to the front here. Keep the whizzer in, keep the knee in there, control the wrist. Nothing yet. Jamie Kelly fights his way out of it. Ooh, nice shot in on a single himself. Good action right here, Frank, right on the edge.
It is good, and it's a lot more than it seems because the whole battle was for control of the wrist.
That's right.
1-0, the lead right now for Johnson of Chantilly in our Zeros Great Bridge scoring update.
Again, I'd like to take this time to thank everybody in Chesapeake and Norfolk and around the area that has supported our telecast and had all the wonderful things to say to us. I think that the great things we can do as parents and as fans to support these kids and make their athletic endeavors important. And I think our telecast has done that. And your response to that telecast has made it all worthwhile. Again, thank you very much.
It'll be interesting, Frank, to see if conditioning comes into a play in this match because neither guys have really been able to hit something. Johnson seems to be backpedaling a little bit more, but then he takes a big shot like that and gets the referees off him for a little bit. He's got 30 seconds left here.
Kelly again seems to just be cutting him off now. The situation is if Kelly doesn't just get out of position and make a big mistake.
.13 seconds left, right at the end of the second period.
13 seconds to go now, 1-0, still the score. Favor of Johnson from Chantilly.
7 seconds. Looks like I think they're both going to kind of feel each other out here, right here at the end. Start of the third period, you'll see Jamie Kelly go down. He's got no choice. He's behind 1-0. He needs to either get an escape or reversal. And I think Johnson might even want to let him go. I think he is. He's going to cut him, Frank. It looks like he's going to cut him.
Yep.
He thinks he can win this match on his feet.
Maybe he knows something we don't know because he sure hasn't looked well.
Jamie Kelly, I think, is going to start really applying some pressure right now. He needs to get out of that underhook. Oh, there you go. That's where he needs to be, right there in an underhook situation.
I tell you what, though, there is, again, I want to refer to the coaches. And these two guys are coached. They go to your camp, don't they?
They're both kind of stalking each other right now.
They're just neutralizing each other completely.
Deep shot on Kelly's part, but Johnson gets those hips into him. Ooh, a backhand around. He's got a takedown.
That'll make the score 3-1 in Johnson's favor with 1:20 to go in the third period.
Right here, Johnson's lets him go. Now it's a 3-2 match. We've got 1:09. There's a steep shot by Kelly. He needs to control that knee.
Got him a little spread out.
Johnson's really getting those hips into him. He's broken his grip. He's in that butt drag situation. He's in a good scoring situation here, Frank.
Inside a minute.
Kelly's going to maybe have to get the roll on the spin.
Johnson got him. Up 5-2. 43 seconds. He cuts him. It's a 5-3 match.
They're rushing. Throw by. Coach Martin's calling for the throw by. Let's see if he can get to do it. There, he's in it. There it comes. Got a hand, has to slide up to it.
There it is. There you got your first warning on Johnson. 32 seconds left.
That won't do it. He's going to have to
Kelly's
take him
behind
down.
by 2. He's got to go. He can't wait around.
26 seconds.
26 seconds.
Ooh, this is a position here where Johnson, good call by McCormick, the referee. Good stalemate.
Didn't waste any time.
He didn't waste any time. He wants to see some action.
Damn, he just quit.
Good.
Seven for the score. 8, 7, 6 seconds to go. And that's it. And there you see your state champion at 160, Kevin Johnson from Chantilly High School.
Tell you what, Kelly has nothing to be ashamed about. He wrestled a hell of a match.
He did. He wrestled a great match.
He did a great job. Needs to be proud of him. He had a great year, and the year's not over yet.
No, it really isn't.
7-4 the final score there. And now we're headed to the 171-pound weight match. Jason Johnson from McLean will be taking on Paul Rinaldo from Indian River here at 171. Frank had a chance earlier to talk to Coach Davey Davis of Indian River High School in our Martin Screen Print Coach's Corner.
The key for Paul has been throughout the whole tournament is to score on the takedowns, get a good finish, to score his points, and keep his lead, keep his head in the match, and wrestle a good, hard, non-stop 6-minute match. Score the points when you can, get out of trouble when you can, stay in good position.
And here we are with a Brentwood wrestler profile. Jason Johnson from McLean, 1993 state tournament record. You see, Northern Region champion, 35-0 his season record. There's Rinaldo of Indian River, 34-4 this season. And you see his record in the state tournament thus far.
Rinaldo has had a really great last few weeks. I mean, I wouldn't call him flashy by any means. I mean, he hasn't been winning by a lot of points. He just wins.
Yeah, he's been winning. There's no doubt about that.
But I tell you what, he's going to have to reach down deep to win this one because he is in a tough battle. 35-0, the defending state champion, correct?
Yes.
With 28 pins and 121 takedowns. There isn't anything, I don't see any seconds on here. First in the district, first in the region, first at Iron, first at Marshall Invitational, first at the Northern Classic, first in the state last year.
Frank, a couple of things I want to bring up. Just a couple things. First of all, and I didn't really want to bring this up, but the guys in the truck told me I had to. And that is the number of Southeastern District wrestlers in the finals as compared to the number of beach wrestlers in the finals.
The Southeast.
What are those numbers, Richie?
Well, that would be 8-4. Actually, as a matter of fact, Great Bridge High School had as many wrestlers in the finals as the entire beach district. And the Southeastern District had twice as many as the beach district.
Who's counting numbers? I think effort goes a big way.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Well, but wouldn't you agree though that effort is what gets you into the final?
No question about it. In the beach district and the other districts as well, are going to have to expend a lot more effort next year.
So, and then the other thing, being in favor of nicknames as you are, Frank.
Nah, I know where you guys are going.
And Wayne, I think you may be familiar with this too. That I believe there is an official nickname for our colleague here.
Now, wait a minute. You guys are timeout. I can see this. Timeout on this.
Why?
We need to go the other direction. There you go. Back to live action here.
Okay, Lips.
The score is 2-0 here with just 20 minutes to go.
19 seconds. Johnson's got that over. He's got it. No back points yet. There it comes.
20
He's
seconds.
Getting his sweep.
9 seconds. Oh, he's got him tight. There it is.
There's a fall with 6 seconds to go, and there's a state champion in the person of Jason Johnson from McLean High School.
I tell you what, no question about it. I think that Rinaldo did his best he possibly could do. He was just in over his head.
Yeah, he really was.
Well, the 189-pound weight class coming up. A couple big guys. Mark Zimbro from Centerville will take on Orlando Jordan from Hermitage High School. And Frank now over trying to secure an interview with Jason Johnson. Here we see our Sunset Manor wrestler profile. Orlando Jordan is a senior, 33-0 his record this season. Central Region champion, 1993 state tournament record right there in front of you. Let's go over to Frank LaPointe now, who's with the state champion at 171.
Jason, state champ, you're not foreign to it, your second state championship.
Yeah, well, I just went out there and didn't know what to expect, really. Went for it, and it happened. I mean, I wasn't expecting to win. I mean, that wasn't like the thing I was
You're 37-0.
So. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, I didn't expect to win that big or whatever.
Well, you won it before. What was different in this state championship and your other ones?
Nothing really, to tell you the truth. The only thing that was different was the finals, and that's it. Last year, all my matches before were the exact same as this year. I had an overtime match in the quarterfinals last year, and I had an overtime match in the quarterfinals this year, so it was really weird.
Coach, great performance, just dominating the final.
Yeah, he's worked hard all year. He deserved this one. He's a goer. He's ready to go. Look forward to watching him wrestle in college.
State champ. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Frank. You saw Jason Johnson there, state champion at 171, and the penultimate match, the 189 match on the way. And this guy from Hermitage High School, this Orlando Jordan, he's kind of a big fella. He's tall and lanky, but he'll be taking on Mark Zimbro from Centerville, who is just as stocky as Orlando Jordan is lanky. And now back at the table with us, Frank Lips Lapoli.
I tell you what, that guy.
And there they are. There are those lips that he's so famous for.
Yep, talking.
That's right. How about that? Yeah.
Imitation is the highest form of flattery.
Yes, that's exactly right. That is exactly right. That's a big guy, that Jason Johnson.
Hey, I tell you what, he hurt. My hand hurts still. I shook this guy's hand. I couldn't get my hand around it. Then he squeezed my hand. That guy is a tough guy. I said, how was the difference? Nothing different. I was in a finals.
I won.
I beat the heck out of the guy, and that was it.
I'd like to crush your hand.
Yeah, that's right.
Where's your
I've heard about you, man.
He said, where's your other hand? Here we are in the finals at 189.
And that's something. I love it. Orlando Jordan looked over his coach like, isn't that something? I've been out here for 15 seconds, and I'm getting my headgear ripped off.
Really?
Orlando Jordan, a state place winner from last year, or sixth place at 171 pounds.
No, worse than that. Worse than getting ripped off. Oh, okay. I thought he broke it.
Hermitage placed 6th in the state last year.
Undefeated, 33-0, and so is Mr. Zimbro. He's 28-0, Frank.
104 career wins for Zimbro. Is that right? Zimbro.
Mark Zimbro.
104. These guys get all these wins now.
All these dual meets.
Did you win 100 matches in high school?
Did I have 100 matches?
Did you even have 100 matches?
I had 86 matches in high school, matter of fact.
I'm just saying these guys get so much more matches.
They get a lot more mat time nowadays than what they did when we were around.
Really? I mean, I only had maybe 60, which,
Well, I tell you what, this kid, Orlando Jordan, he's a specimen. I hope he plays football.
Which one?
Either one.
They both look good to me.
Yeah. Jordan looks like he'd make a good defensive end, maybe.
Yeah.
Or a linebacker. Yeah.
Well, that's quick.
And Zimbro looks like the kind of guy might like to have snapping the ball.
I think they're going to be snapping each other's heads here.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, I think you're right. No score right now with 1:14 to go.
Frank, these have probably been some of the most exciting finals we've had in a long time.
Yeah, I'm just thinking back. They've all been pretty good. We haven't had any ones that were just slow or dragged on, and the only one that even resembled that was that Thompson's match was a low-score match, but then ended up in a flurry of excitement.
Yeah, that's right. At 130 pounds there.
And we've got the dumpster coming up here soon, and so the fireworks, the big bomb has yet to go off.
That's right.
This may go down in history as the headgear match.
Most headgear is broken consistently in a first period.
On each opponent.
That's true.
That's right. 47 seconds.
There's a shot of the dumpster back there, Frank.
Stalking, pacing.
Coach Martin told him not to start pacing until the third period, but he just wanted to get a head start.
He wanted to get a head start. He had a few steps to get in, a few miles he wanted to put in before he got on the mat.
Ooh, that was close. Those toes were in. Matter of fact, his knees were almost in.
This referee looks like
he could be wrestling.
Well, he looks like he could be a little confused too.
Hey, look, his belt's crooked.
I think that's a tip-off right there.
Really?
19 seconds left into the first period. No score.
I tell you what, 89 really wasn't one of the premier weights. Did any of our guys place at all at 89?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe the Davison boy from Maury ended up getting 6th place at 189.
Well,
Jason Davidson.
Right, he was
Maury.
6th. So, and the northern region has traditionally been tougher in the upper weights. Although we do have 2 Eastern regional guys in the finals at heavyweight.
2 points right there for Jordan right at the end of the second period on a takedown, so he's up 2-0. And our Zero's Great Bridge scoring update. Oh, that didn't take very long. 4 seconds off the clock, and they're out of bounds.
Beginning of the second period here, we see Zimbro trying to escape, but Jordan did a nice job there, Frank,
nice.
coming up and cutting off that stand-up attempt with a double leg.
A real late finish there.
Minute 37.
I think they want to... Tim Donahoe over here, the coach of Orlando Jordan, yelling out instructions. I think
he's right barely on the line, too. He's over the yellow line. I don't know if you can see it, but if there's a yellow line.
Yeah, see, there's one right there.
See, there's way over there. And those yellow lines, the coaches can't go across those yellow lines. And if they do, they're supposed to be warned or penalized for stalling, but it hasn't happened here in the finals.
A minute 20 seconds left. Lando Jordan has a tough ride on top there.
I guess so. Look at those arms and legs.
This guy looks like he could be like a great wide receiver, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like a gazelle. Centerville could move their point total up a tad here if they can get something going.
With a victory here, Frank, they'd break the century mark. And right now they've got 98.5 points.
Right.
Going into this match.
And Great Bridge is at a 117 with the possibility of scoring a few more. And Kempsville at 87.5 in a solid second place. And Franklin County with 72 is safely in fourth, but they don't give you anything for fourth, so they're out of the medal standing.
That's right. Ooh, a nice switch there on the part of Zimbro, and a re-switch by Jordan, but he doesn't quite score there. Out of bounds. Nice flurry for big men. Shows you the type of athletes they are. Be interesting. The Zimbro kid looks like he breathing a little hard there, Frank.
Yeah, well, he certainly does. But
another re-switch.
But he's moving real well.
Jordan goes ahead. 4-2.
"20 seconds in the second period, 4-2 the score in favor of Jordan from Hermitage High School.
Does he have a big delegation following Great Bridge up?
Oh, yeah. About half the stands up there.
Real? That's pretty good.
Oh, another re-switch with 13 seconds left, and looks like we've got an injury timeout here.
4-4 is the score right now. And it looks like here on our Zeros Great Bridge scoring update, 4-4, tie score with 11 seconds to go in the second when we get back underway. That's the thing, I always, and I know, to the purists, this makes no sense at all. But I think once you hit about 171, I think the circle ought to be bigger. I ought to have a bigger circle. They keep going to big guys.
Circle, maybe let them wrestle right on off into the pavement.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. Let them have the whole square.
Right on out, maybe into the parking lot. We really find out who the men are there.
Yeah, that's right. Here we go. We're going way outside.
Here we go, third period. Richie, I think conditioning is going to be a factor in this last 2 minutes. Both these young men are sucking some wind right now.
So am I.
And it's going to come down to some grit and determination, I think. Who wants it the worst?
That's right. Because it is all tied up.
There's another. Ooh, that was almost a switch by.
See, there they go. Now see if they would let them have the whole four-way. There you go. They're up in the stands.
Something would have happened.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's for sure. The matches wouldn't last nearly as long either. See, only 5 seconds off the clock that time.
Another stand-up attempt by Jordan. He turns into him. No score yet. There it is, your one-point escape. It's a 5-4 match now. Jordan with the lead on his feet. And remember, he scored the only takedown at the end of the first period, and he's in on a nice shot, but drives him out of bounds.
Really trying to take charge now is Orlando Jordan. And maybe he's starting to sense, maybe it's got something to do with that conditioning you were talking about. Maybe he's starting to sense that Zimbro's a little tired.
Yeah.
All kinds of rule changes possible for these bigger guys.
Yeah, Orlando Jordan there kind of back right all the way off the mat. If he does that again, you're going to probably see them hit him for stalling, Rich. There he is. He's backing up again. It won't be long. Here it comes. Ooh,
I think a lot of people agreeing with that possibility.
He needs to take either a step forward or to the side and not back up. There you go.
There you go. And he was just a second ago, it looked like he was ready to take charge of this thing, and now all he wants to do is back up.
Maybe he's thinking a little bit too much. Referee, that was an opportune time for the ref to call the whistle to stop the match for Zimbro.
Yeah, I know. Zimbro's probably thankful for that little stoppage of action.
Another headgear repair.
Boy, where are these guys from?
Maybe he wanted to put a double headgear on the headgear. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Double
possible.
them up.
That's right.
Here we go, Richie. A little over a minute left. Scores 5-4. Orlando Jordan in the lead. Another deep shot attempt.
Here comes Frank. He stole somebody's bag. Frank stole somebody's bag. Look at this. What did you do? So, it says wrestler's mom. Frank, did you go in the women's bathroom again? I told you not to go in there.
All right, listen, this is the plan. Get a shot of this. Right here. Back to live action.
Back to live action. We'll get a shot of this in a minute.
Now, let me tell you what it is. Look at this. Show this. I'm gonna show you how you go to work. See that? Wrestler's mom. Today is my wife's birthday. Watch it. Keep watching this. Watch this.
Oh, you've got something in there?
Yes, I went to Martin's screen print with the coaches in the way.
Oh, my gosh.
There it is. The coaches in the way.
We will sell our soul, ladies and gentlemen, for a sponsor.
Look at this. Look at this. And today, my son was in the hospital, got his tonsils out.
Oh, man.
This is for Derek, and this is for Debbie for allowing me to come play with these guys tonight on TV.
I see, and we're really glad to.
Yeah,
and we really appreciate that. The guys in the truck want some gifts too, though.
Yeah, really, no problem.
Yeah, Frank, it's a long walk back to Norfolk.
You got that right.
All right,
and don't expect a ride in my car either.
Back to the real action here. 5-4.
No, I got a feeling the real action would have been if you didn't take something like that home to your wife. That would have been the real action.
Saw me run, didn't you?
Yeah, I did that.
I want to thank Billy Martin for that nice gift and only charging me double the price.
Hey, well, that's good.
He used to pay a lot more.
Martin's
Screen Print want to thank you for their... Oh,
there's a stall warning.
There's that stalling we were talking about earlier, Richie.
Yeah, that's right.
We've got 26 seconds left. Orlando's up by a point, but he's been hit for stalling. He's got to go forward. There's a nice shot. Oh,
he's inbounds.
They say he stepped on the line.
Hey, Frank, let me ask you a question.
Donahue. Watch Tim Donahue.
Do you know this guy, this referee?
No.
He stinks. And the other guy's just letting him do it, too.
Well, Jordan obviously is taking the most productive type shots. He just hadn't been able to score them.
Yeah.
And there's a deep shot by Zimbro, but Jordan's got those hips
14 seconds to go.
He spins around. Ooh, look. 10 seconds left, Richie.
Man. But does he have enough guts? Does this referee have enough guts to hit him for stalling with 10 seconds to go?
Well,
no
if
way.
he doesn't take a step backwards.
No, he took a shot.
There's a, he's got it in
5
tight.
seconds.
He's got the hips in. He's got that short drag in.
He got him.
Leg.
One. That's the end of the match.
Oh, missed him.
That's the end of the match. And there's your state champion right there, Orlando Jordan, at 189 pounds. Zero's Great Bridge score 5-4 in favor of Jordan. What turned out, even though at times I thought, gosh, is this match ever going to end? And now finally,
watch this. Here's Donahue. Hey, there's one. The guy jumps in the coach's arms. He's going to bear hug him. Donahue's escaped. They're going off the mat to the locker room. Oh, the match was over. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
Gosh,
the match is over.
That was wild. Let's get let me see if I can talk to these guys.
All right, you do that. And there's Jason Edmondson. Jason Edmondson's a little marked up, Wayne. What happened to him? What happened to Jason's face?
Well, he got hit in practice about a week and a half ago. Caught a little elbow right there, and I had to get 5 or 6 stitches up there in his forehead.
How about that? Let's go over to Frank Lapoli now, who is with our state champion at 189. Frank.
Here we are with a state champ, Coach. Must feel wonderful.
It's terrific. We've been waiting 3 years for this. Oh, man.
Close at the end.
Yeah.
Did you have enough to hang in there? How'd it feel?
Good. Can't explain to you.
Congratulations, Coach Donahue. Hermitage comes through with the state champ.
Thank you, Mr. Ferries. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Frank. And now here we are at heavyweight.
And here we go, the start of 275-pound weight class.
And Jason Edmondson's out there. Frank had a chance also to talk to Coach Stevie Martin. Here's what he had to say.
We just need to stay in our underhooks on our feet and remain pushing and shoving. And Dump's just got to be very focused and after the guy. And he needs to get off the bottom. And basically, we shouldn't have any problem in those matches. If we do all those things, then we should have 4 champs.
And here we are at live action. Marcus Johnson from Ferguson and Jason Edmondson, the dumpster from Great Bridge. Jason's a senior.
Please remain in your warm-up suits.
Edmondson's got that deep underhook there, Richie, with that left hand. That's really the position he wants to be in because he can use that to throw by and reach down and secure a single leg.
All right.
He's tough in that situation. These guys have hit twice already this year with Edmondson coming out on top both times.
Jason especially motivated here, I'm sure. Nothing will motivate you like a state chance at a state title when you're a senior.
That's right, and he ended up second in this tournament last year.
Right.
So he's probably, out of all the Great Bridge competitors, he's been the most focused, and right now he's in a scoring situation. If he can pull Johnson down and spin around, but he lets him get back up on his feet, he pulls him again. He needs to throw him by. Oh, doesn't quite do it.
I tell you what, I think what's going to happen here in this match, it may come back down to conditioning, and I think that would played a big part in the regional final win.
Yeah, I think Edmondson is probably a little bit better shape.
But you know, we have a guy in our staff that ranks right up there with these big heavyweights.
Who? Who? Where? Do we really? Where? Smart Alec.
Well, there's Jason Edmondson, the dumpster,
right,
and there's Richie the dump.
That's
so
right.
What?
And there you got your first stalling on Johnson from Ferguson.
Well, there you go.
Edmondson's been in real good position.
I tell you what, he does have a nice, smooth sweep motion, and like it almost seems like he can just catch Edmondson flat-footed, but since Edmondson's hips are fairly close to his feet when he's standing, because, you know, he's kind of a short guy.
Exactly.
He doesn't have to drop his weight much.
No, he doesn't. 5 seconds left here. Both men are sort of like in a stalemate type situation on their feet. 2 seconds left.
Clock will stop with 2 seconds.
I tell you what, Edmondson, as you saw, had a bit of a fracas in the semifinals.
Little scramble right there at the end of the match.
Little scramble, you know, about that. And Edmondson said that the guy was, and heavyweights do that. Big guys do. They talk trash.
Yeah, they talk quite a bit.
You know, I'm bigger than you. I'm better than you. You know, I weigh more than you.
Well, let's see what happens here at the end of at the start of the second period. Edmondson down, Johnson on top.
There's a shot from our sky cam.
Yeah. We've got cameras all over this place.
Johnson's applying good spiral ride pressure, but he lets Edmondson get up. Edmondson drops those hips back. This is a perfect opportunity for a spin around. Let's see if Jason can accomplish it. He's got the pressure on the head, pushing down. He needs to go one way and then probably reverse back. He's got 1 point for an escape. Can't quite spin him around, though. In that underhook situation, let's see if he does a throw by to a single. Throw by. Almost, not quite. Runs him out of bounds here.
Johnson's has not really been very busy, except defensively.
No, he hasn't. Well, he takes that little slide single, and that's about it. And
a little over a minute left in the second period.
Look at that, trying to pull him down on the ground.
Johnson's trying to do the right thing by snapping him down, but he can't quite get a good enough grip on him.
Has Edmondson decided on school yet?
Well, Jason's kind of looking at several different places right now. He really hadn't had a chance to really think about it. His main goal has been to win this match right here, Frank.
The reason I say that is you mentioned before about him possibly going to Kansas. Him also going out to Kansas.
Yes. It's a college out there that's interested in several of the kids. Garden City Junior College, defending junior college national champions. Here's that little throw by to a single leg. Let's see if Jason Edmondson can go on and finish it up.
30 seconds. Run backwards as fast as he can.
He's got to watch out because he's up there, and Johnson's nobody to be playing around with in that situation. Yeah. He's nice, long, and lean. He's got a lot of leverage.
No, Johnson is
doing a good job with that Russian arm right there.
They're both seniors. Similar records.
Edmondson needs to pull him down.
The dump.
And step in front with that left hip. He might be able to score, but he's got to get him down to the mat first.
3 seconds.
The dump was second in the state last year, so he's been here before.
Yes, he has.
And first in the region, and Johnson was second in the region. He was a 189-pounder last year.
That's the end of the second period. 1-0 the score in favor of Jason Edmondson.
Frank, I think this match is going to be decided on their feet.
I don't know. I don't know if he can get up. see what happens here. Well, you may be right. He's up. And he's out.
He's hitting there. There's his 1 point. We've got a tie match here, 1-1. Started the third period.
It's going to come.
Neither wrestler's been able.
Oh, he got him.
Ooh, that was a nice duck attempt. Oh, a
there you
headlock
go.
attempt by Johnson, and Edmondson just did the turtle.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Shrugged it off.
Boy, you know, Wayne's getting kind of dramatic. You know this? Let me tell you something. I knew Wayne when he was not a dramatic guy, and he's now a dramatic guy.
I can't imagine that.
You know, geez, I don't get to say anything anymore. You know that? We invite him to come in, sit in with us. He acts dramatic, says all the neat stuff, has all the neat lines.
You're just mad because we don't know his nickname.
We'll be thinking of one.
Oh, I see. Okay. Minute 9 to go, 3-1 the score in favor of Edmondson.
There you go. There's that warning on the bottom man. That's a point for Edmondson.
Sure
Puts
is.
him up 4-1.
I'm sure Wayne, you can get a copy of the final.
There's an escape on the part of Johnson, 4-2. Edmondson's working that underhook in there deep again, Richie.
Sure is.
That's where he wants to be, right here in this situation. Throws it by, reaches down, can't quite get the leg. He'll probably go in and ditch it out of bounds right here. Nice little duck. Doesn't quite score on it, though. We've got 38 seconds left here.
38 seconds of those. Look like it's the big gasp for air.
Johnson's hurting a little bit.
Looks like his nose, maybe.
Says he's got a nosebleed. He warned him again. There's another
there's
point
another
for
stalling
Edmondson.
point right there.
Makes it 5-2 now. The refs want to see some action.
I didn't understand that. Why did he hit him for stalling?
Well, I guess he must have told him to come on back to the center.
Yeah, but he said he was hurt.
Well, but apparently he didn't ask for anybody. Apparently he didn't ask for an injury or whatever.
There's an underhook. Edmondson's a good, ooh, nice snap down in the part of Edmondson. If he gets his hips back, Johnson's right into that leg, though. We've got 18 seconds left.
Johnson doesn't have it in him to pull. Look at his grip. Doesn't have the right grip.
Looks like it's going to be a spin around. There it is. A 7-2 lead for Jason Edmondson, and he's going to win the state championship.
He's trying to bring his leg, pull his leg off him.
Is that what that is? 3, 2, 1. That's it. That's
Jason Edmondson, the dumpster, is the state champ.
Only a mother could love.
Really? I love him. I love the dump. I love them all.
Jason, the dumpster Edmondson.
How about that?
I'll leave you two guys to do the wrap-up, and I'll try to talk to the dumpster.
All right, Frank, you do that. Well, not a whole lot to say. It's all over, but the shouting, and really even most of the shouting's over.
And Great Bridge, what a nice way for the Wildcats to top off their 6th individual state championship.
Yeah, how about that? Then, you know, that's something of a dynasty forming out there at Great Bridge High School as far as wrestling is concerned. We'll wrap up everything here very shortly. We're waiting for Frank to get out and talk to Jason Edmondson. Let's go over now to Frank Lapoli, who's with Jason Edmondson.
Here we are with the state champ, Jason Edmondson. Let's read the sign. The dumpster. Congratulations. It's been a long time. You've been waiting for this one.
Yeah, well, I don't have much to say because I'm happy. Yeah. I worked for it and I got it and I'm happy.
Well, it's a good match. You wrestled underhooks like you exposed to. Did he do anything different than he did in the regional finals?
No. In fact, I felt like he was giving up. I mean, you know, kind of giving up a little bit because I beat him twice already. And so
Jason Edmondson, the dumpster, and then we've got Grandpa Dump and Grandma Dump over here. So here they are, the dumpsters, the dumpster state champions. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And the sign says that Wildcats are number 1. A 6th individual state title for the Wildcats. And I believe that's going to about do it. Coming up next here on ACC 40, the next time you see us, we'll be in Manassas for the state dual championship. We want to thank everybody for being with us. Frank, any closing shots, any final words, lips?
Well, I think that it was a great state tournament, but was was better than everything is the commitment that the station has made to high school wrestling and these kids. They deserve all the recognition than we can give them, and I think you at home back these kids up, support them. Thank you for your support of our station and everything that we've done. It's time to go, and it's been a wonderful time. And next week we have our final tournament.
And next week that'll be it. Well, thanks for being with us, everybody. Good night.
Good night.